Due to the ignorance of our host, parental discretion is advised.
Welcome back to the other side of the Beehive. I'm happy about this one. Woot. Okay.
Ooh, hold on.
So for the people, don't cover your face. The people need to see your Facebook.
What?
For the people that don't know, this is not the first time you guys are here. We did it before. Oh, that was just with the table, huh?
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
It's like a conference little meeting.
And then we...
Yeah.
I had a blast.
It's a free podcast.
I had a blast. And then we got done, and Shaun said, I don't know about that. And I'm like, what do you mean? Steve was like, nah, dude.
Trying to reach for the delete button.
Put it out. I told that to Justin. Justin, so you came here for nothing? I'm like, yeah, we got to hang out. We hung out and everything,
Yeah.
but yeah, they don't want it out.
We fucked and stuff.
Oh yeah, we did fuck, which we're gonna end up. Dude, I bought some shit for you guys.
Ooh.
Now Justin is the whiskey guy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, you want to try?
It's all peanut butter. I've had it before.
So what, dude?
It's just
It
weird.
reminds you of your dog and your dick, or what?
Yeah, it's like keep smelling it all. It's on your mustache.
I want to bring that closer to you, like this, dude.
Yeah, bring that one.
Like
bring
this.
your mic a little bit closer to you.
No, bring it to you. There we
Down.
go. Oh shit, it just broke.
Cool?
Did it just
my
break?
God.
You just breaking stuff.
Oh, this one right here.
Easy. Finesse.
That one and this one. Yeah.
got
He
you, bro.
knows. He knows.
Got this.
So what's up, dude? I'm excited you guys are here.
We're here.
You're fat.
Don't
Dude,
exclude me.
It's because the last time so obviously, you guys know, we don't say company names here. So
Yes.
company one when we work.
Company one.
Yeah. By the way, Brian, keep a piece of paper and pen because I'm sure we're gonna have to edit some shit, especially because of this fucking guy right here.
I told him,
fine.
I'm like, should we ask him to go through like stuff we can
Yeah,
say
what-
before we
Oh, yeah,
start?
we
or?
did
Give me a little piece of paper where I can like say.
I got my notepad open.
Yeah. But I finally saw you after I didn't work there for 2 years, I think.
Yeah.
Then I went back and I saw Stewie and I go. Now, how many times Stewie showed us his abs? Back in the 80s when he had abs. He was like, oh, look, dude, he was saying, like, he would pretend that it was so hot. He's like, and he just take his shirt off halfway up, and his abs were like, fuck you, kid.
Go ahead, do it again.
And
No, it's not happening.
look at, I see him, I'm all, what happened? And his reaction is like, I became an operator.
I'm in the seat now, buddy.
Oh my God, dude.
Hey, how about the hot tubbing that never happened?
The hot tub.
Yeah. Remember you're staying up there in Roosevelt?
Yeah,
Like, let's go to the hot tub. And then you're
Yeah,
like,
you guys are
no,
pumped.
it's not
dude.
going to happen. I'm
Why
moving.
not? Dude? Wait, hold on. You still out of town? Don't tell me you are.
No. End of April. I was out there a year and a half, though.
Holy shit, dude. You're
Yeah.
a millionaire right now, aren't you?
No.
Really, real close.
Cocaine and strippers. It's all gone.
Dude, I remember I went there. Also, I went all the way to Roosevelt, and I saw you one time.
Yeah. Yep, one time.
Came to the job site. Came to the job site with different colors now. I never seen that before. Look,
With the company
You
two
alright, dude?
colors or what?
just bring it here so they can see your face. There you go.
There you go. There you go.
It's weird.
I'll get your levels right. Just stop.
He'll worry about it.
He'll work the magic.
Let me do my
Hey,
job over
you
here.
still want to be a DJ, or like back when you
I mean, I've messed around with some stuff, but not like that. You
like
know?
wow, dude?
I'm not.
Hey, walk us through what
just-
you got.
Just
All
little,
your equipment.
little things, you know. Little pioneer thing.
Your wife, his wife. He was working out of town, and his wife put him on Snapchat, and he goes, "Oh, I'm so happy my hubby's here." And he turns to him, and he's got his wife and kids are on one side. It's just recording him. He's all playing. He's all DJ all by himself. I'm like,
I gotta warm this hand up, dude.
I gotta warm up the hand.
Gotta get it right.
Dude, how much shit didn't we do when we worked together?
At company one?
Yeah. You and I. Now, let me ask you this: Have you hit another line since we did that one?
In Arizona. That was it. A water line in Arizona.
When the fuck did you go to Arizona?
Shit, this was 3 or 4 years ago, probably.
So you're also a millionaire.
Just one crew. No, absolutely not. Not even close.
Dude.
There's a lot of strip clubs in Arizona, so.
Oh yeah.
Even more cocaine.
And more cocaine. Did you? That wasn't you guys, huh?
What?
Arizona.
No. Nope.
So I got a guy that lives in Roosevelt. Shout out to Quinn. he became a fan of the show, and then all of a sudden I just happened to be there, and I did a couple lives, and then he jumped on the live and he goes, dude, you know I live here? I was like, oh shit. And he works for he works in the oil fields. And one time he came in and he's like, I want to, can I meet you? I'm like, yeah, it is. And I was like, I've never seen this guy before, right? So he comes in, he says, hey, what's up? And I gave him like a sticker, and I think I gave him one of these.
Autograph.
Yeah, I took a picture of one of his babies and shit.
Autograph his balls and stuff.
Inside the baby's forehead. Want me to kiss your baby or?
And then he all of a sudden he started his own podcast.
Really?
I was like, oh yeah,
You're
dude.
inspiration.
Inspiration, dude. Inspiration
To everyone except for me and
No,
Steven.
That's the wrong
no,
guy.
it's wrong.
I said to everyone except for me and Steven. Remember that time I sent you the picture and I had my headphones on and my microphone? You're like, you starting a podcast? I'm like, no.
I play video games.
No, I'll play video
Dude,
games.
I wanted so before Justin became the guy, I wanted to do it with Elliot.
I remember
Because Elliot and I had this thing where
You both smoke weed.
Touch tips.
we got so high when we were driving the company trucks. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, because we would do this thing where he was a crew truck driver and I was a crew truck driver. So we would get to the shop and then we just bullshit. It was like, did you see what? Hey, did you hear what happened to so and so? And I was like, no, what happened? He was like, got fired. I was like, what? And so we were like, the first idea was like, dude, let's start a podcast and all we do is talk shit about the place we work in. And the more we thought about it, we were like, this is not good though. Like, we're gonna lose our fucking jobs. This is not smart. And then we're like, no, we gotta figure out a way not to get caught, not to know, maybe we won't say names. And then he never wanted to do anything. He was just like snoring cocaine every time I talked to him.
Yeah.
And
Smoking weed.
It's fine.
Fucking strippers.
It's fine.
and then it was George.
Yeah.
And I said, George,
George.
let's fucking
I miss
do
that
it. I work with him now.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. In fact, well, we'll talk about it later, but he has some family problems today. But no, but I work with them, and I said, George, let's do it. Because George has been our boy for how long?
Yeah.
And like, George, let's do it. And he goes, all right. And then one time he came up to me, he goes, I just don't think. Well, actually, he said, he never kind of showed initiative on anything.
Right.
And I was like, okay, George's not the guy. And then once I started doing it with Justin, then George was like, dude, if I would have been as open as you guys are, then my wife would have left me a long time ago. I was like, oh shit, that makes sense. It's like, there's no fucking way. And then Justin became the one, and then we just every Friday we 69 in here. 179.
179. 179 times in here talking.
And we haven't missed 1 week.
You haven't missed one.
I haven't missed 1 week. Right now, Justin's all like in his hammock and fucking like camping and shit. I'm like,
He's got it.
I've
and they didn't invite me to the party till about 100-ish. 90. So
93.
93.
You got sick of editing it or what?
Yeah.
No, because
They had to outsource the production.
He's like, who's going to do this for me for free?
my best friend.
Exactly.
No, because he asked me. I said, dude, I can help you. But it's the same thing. I'm like, well, obviously we're not making money, so we're not paying anybody. So I was like, I don't know if I want to put that on top of you. It's a single father of 6, and I'm just kidding, 1. And I was like, I don't know. And then I said, finally, I'm like, fuck it, let's do it, because I wanted to do this. So if we're in the middle of the podcast, we want to watch porn, he'll play it, and then.
Oh, cool.
Okay. Perfect. That's nice.
He doesn't have to be on the video,
Yeah.
Next
We
thing
can
it was
just
like we're all
let
with
it be for us.
we're all with boners, and we're
Get
like
the jitters out and everything. If we just rub one out.
Dude, you know what happened to me? Oh, I'm gonna tell one of those stories.
Is this an edging story?
One of the, close. Actually, there was some edging right before this story started. It's just gonna be one. Mark your calendars. This is gonna be one of those angel stories, like the one that time I took a shit in the urinal.
Oh, okay.
This is gonna be one of those.
What?
You don't know that?
I got
feel
a
like
shit
I've
story
heard
after
this.
your shit story.
Oh, nice. So
Yeah.
I woke up, and as us boys know, we get we're a little hard down there. So I was like, well, I gotta take care of this,
I was
right?
gonna say small, but
So I take care of it, and I go to the bathroom because I'm like, this is during the week. I'm like, I gotta go to work. So this is like a week and a half ago, by the way. So I get up.
Like pre-work.
Yeah. So I get up and I'm like half asleep, and I went and I sit down because I sit down to pee. You guys know this. You too?
Yep.
See, that's my man,
Yep.
dude. Brian's all, only guys live in this house. And it's like, yeah, but I don't have to clean afterwards. But I kind of do anyway when I have this explosive diarrhea. But anyway.
Go ahead.
What would you say?
No, so when I was growing up,
Yeah.
in our bathroom it was carpet. And if we
Oh, that's right, you did.
so if we peed standing up and piss got everywhere, my mom would be pissed.
Oh, dude, that makes total sense.
So it was like you sit down when you pee. So still to this day, like if I can, I'm sitting down.
My
and pee.
man,
Yep.
dude. And then he also wipes.
No.
But no, so I go to the bathroom and I'm like half chub at this point, right? So
Hell
when you
yeah.
sit down, you have to make sure your little buddy is pointing
Oh yeah.
down.
Yep.
So I go and I'm pissing. And again, I'm half asleep. And then I go, I reach out and I flush. And I'm still pushing down, right? And I flush. And I'm waiting for the whole. And then all of a sudden your boy goes, my dick feels kind of cold. And so I looked down at it. He was in the middle of the. My dick was getting washed. And I'm like, oh shit!
This could be something new.
Big's that thing, bro. I can barely hit the rim.
That downstairs toilet, it fills up with
it
water.
fills up too much.
Yeah,
Oh,
before
okay.
It fills up too. Yeah, it's not.
I was starting to think he's like fucking like this.
I guess,
We're in the wrong
these are the
business,
pans
buddy.
that show my junk. It's been well documented in this podcast.
Yeah.
There was a podcaster, I shouldn't say female, girl podcaster. He came, and we were all talking, and Justin was making fun of me. Like, you're fucking drunk. He always does it. And then we went outside.
Is he obsessed with
You've
your
seen
junk or
it. And I'm obsessed with his. That's why we do this podcast.
makes sense?
But he. So we were talking outside before we all left, and the girl shout out to Mariah. She was like, "Yeah, I didn't want to bring it out, but it's like it was kind of disturbing. It was just like right there, and I'm like, what are you talking about?
But looking at it,
What are you
Merv.
talking about?" So Justin fucking always makes
So
fun of
you
me.
wore it for the boys?
Hell
Yeah, so I'm like, well,
That's what's up.
Steve
Exactly.
knows, dude.
He knows what you like.
What didn't we do when we stayed together in that hotel?
Fuck.
Yeah, we didn't fuck. We were close though.
What didn't we do?
Yeah,
Jerk
I
off
mean, we did
together.
a lot.
Yeah, just
we
that
did
one thing. Yeah.
we did. We played bowling with Craig's nuts.
Oh,
Was
that's
this,
right.
was this
we
in St.
did.
George?
Yeah, no,
There was a lot
Hurricane.
of stuff going
Hurricane.
on. There was.
Oh, sorry.
Hurricane. All right, get your shit together. Yo,
Sorry.
I got there and I'm like, dude, guys, let's go on a helicopter ride. Let's go to the canyons. Let's go. Everybody's like,
Yeah, we're planning
what?
all this stuff. You know.
I'm like, isn't that what you do when you're out of town? It's like,
Supposed to.
Bitch, we're still in Utah.
We showed up with no money. Me and Craig were like, where are we gonna sleep?
Oh, that's right, because Steve will stay with me in my bed, by the way.
I'm
That's
sleeping in your bed because
that's
I
how
don't want to
close,
sleep on the floor.
that's how close we are.
Yeah.
Dude. We'll sleep in
Yeah,
my
I get it.
bed.
He like pulls his pants down a little bit.
What happens in hurricane stays in hurricane.
Like if you feel the urge, the door's open.
Well, you have to pay
you.
somehow, though.
Thank you.
You went there broke.
I did.
And then
It's
fucking,
not good.
and then you and Craig got a room.
Yes.
You guys have been there for like 2 days.
Worst mistake ever.
You guys have been there for like 2 days. Cody comes to me and he goes, Ange, have you gone to that room? And I'm like, no. It's like, you have to go. And I'm like, why? It's like, it is so musty. It's insane.
Do you know why it was musty?
Because he was drying his socks?
Yeah, he was washing his socks in like the bathtub.
Hold on.
You know, I don't know if he was using soap or whatever, and putting them on the AC. Getting dry out. I'm like,
Oh my god. That's horrible.
what are you doing?
We walk in there, we're like, oh, like, dude, the smell just like hits you right in the face. You're like, oh, what the
Turn around,
fuck?
walk out. I'm not
the-
going in there
The
anymore.
laundromat is not that expensive.
Love the guy, but that's not the move.
That's
Have you
not the
talked to him
move.
lately?
I seen him at Walmart a couple weeks ago, but
Really?
Craig.
he was working out of state, but he's back now. I think.
Craigity. Isn't he at the pit? I thought he was at the pit.
Ames Construction or something like that. He works now.
But I thought he was at the pit, like at
I think he was,
Mechanical.
but yeah.
Yeah, he was for a little bit. That's where he went after company number one.
ooh.
Okay, poop story for Roosevelt. Before we forget. So you guys know there's not shit to do when you're working out of town, you know, but come
Yeah.
home and get drunk.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
we're doing this, a little bit of drinking. The townhome. The front door faces the east. There's a back door
God
facing.
damn it, Chapo! Look at this shit, dude. You gotta bleep that. You dumbass. You gotta bleep that shit now.
Did he win a Super Bowl?
Yeah,
You
bleep that.
get that?
Restart the
You gotta
story.
bleep that because it's the name. Fucking dumbass. Anyway.
Restart the story.
I have a
Roosevelt.
type in.
Yeah. Roosevelt drinking. Okay. Townhome. Front door, back door. Back door. Kitchen. There's a big window.
Yeah.
Faces out to this field. Sitting there drinking, talking to a roommate. Like, you dare me to go shit in that field? You won't.
Wait, he told you? You told him?
I said, I'm like, you dare me to go shit in that field? Like, you won't, pussy. I'm like, bet. Walk outside. I'm so smart. I pull my shirt over my head, Beavis and Butthead style. Nobody's gonna know. Nobody's gonna know it's me. I got a bright orange long,
like Friday. Hey, yo, Steve was taking a shit.
got a bright long orange sleeve shirt on. Walk out there, 20, 25 steps. Squat down, pushing.
Nothing, huh?
This is not gonna happen.
Ooh, ghost poop.
Everybody's looking at me right now. I'm just maybe I can pretend I
too much
shit.
pressure.
He's not waiting. He's like, everybody's like, go. He can't piss.
Pull my pants up, walk back. As I'm walking back, there's like a fence, that runs this way, but there's no back to the fence. So you can see out to the field. So everybody's townhome can see out to this field. This didn't cross my mind, apparently, I got my shirt over my head. Nobody's going to know I'm doing this. So I'm walking back. Get to like the first step back to the door, and the neighbor peeks his head over the fence. Are you taking shit out there? Instantly panic. No. Trying to reach for the doorknob, trying to get in. I get in, they're like, what happened? Well, the guy just saw me trying to take his shit out there. Like, well, what are you going to do? I'm like, I don't know. My first instinct, I'll just change my shirt. So if the cops come, they're looking for a guy in an orange shirt. It's not me. It's not me,
It's not
I'll
me,
change
other
my
shit.
shirt.
Wait, it's Roosevelt.
Yeah.
I'm surprised the guy's like, don't do it there. Do it over here.
Five minutes.
We got compost over here.
Yeah.
Did you put it in the compost?
5 minutes go by and there's a bang on the door. Ooh. Nobody answer it. Don't answer it. They're like 30 seconds. He starts banging on it. Open up or I'm going to call the police. I'm like,
Oh, shit.
you guys answer. I'll be upstairs.
Goddamn
It's on you guys, Get up there. Or the guy, they answer the door. And it's not the cops. It's just some guy that lives like 2 townhomes down or whatever. He's the little sheriff of the townhome place, Gives us the whole spill and the rundown about... He didn't mention once, like, don't take a shit in the field. He was just mentioning, we're all husbands and we got families and we can't be doing that, and showing our butts and everything. I'm like, okay.
Showing our butts
Sorry
and
about that, The next morning, we go back to work and I realize there's a middle school right across the street, man. I didn't even... This never crossed my mind one time.
Oh my god.
This dumb shit that I do, like, wasn't paying attention.
You don't know the story about me shitting on a urinal? Mm-mm. Oh my god, dude!
You gotta listen to the podcast.
I went to a store in just one of the
You have a
stores
podcast?
over there. Yeah, you can find my whole life there. By the way, I'm divorced. Did you know that?
I didn't know that. I heard. I don't want to bring it up. I was thinking the whole time, I'm like, should I bring that up? Should I bring that up?
Ask questions. I'm an open book, dude. You ask me. So when did it happen? I started bawling.
Yeah, no shit.
Like I'm over it.
We'll edit it out. Don't worry. We'll edit the crying.
You're trying to do so funny.
How many dudes since?
Oh, dude, plenty, dude, plenty.
Any AC Delcos or?
Oh, do you remember her, dude?
Dude, come on.
Did you know?
I don't
What was
know.
the end story on that?
I remember hearing like Amy found out you were talking to her.
Yeah, so she
can't-
found out. So dumbass me, I left my phone at the house,
I'm smart.
and then she started texting. But this girl was like, "I need money, and I'll do whatever. Like I'll meet you, whatever." And like, obviously, I'm at work, so I'm like, I don't know. And so all of a sudden, my ex-wife comes in and goes, "Hey, look at this," and I go, "Oh shit!" And I'm like, "Listen, I know her from driving on the street. Like I've never.
It's true.
That's the only way I've seen her. It's the only way I've talked to her."
AC Delco.
And she goes, my ex-wife goes, "Well, I met with her." And I was like, "Wait, you what?" And
We're
he goes,
friends.
He's like,
You know how she needed money? I gave it to her.
"We're banging your cousin." I was like, "What?" No, and she goes, "No, I bought her cigarettes." And I was like, okay, dude. we all know how different my ex-wife was. She was like,
God bless her.
but what was I? So I went to a store in West Valley. I won't say exactly where. And I was with the ex-wife, and all of a sudden I'm like, she was shopping for something, and I'm like, I gotta go take a shit. But my reaction was like, I gotta get out of here and go to the next store, bigger store, well known, more than where I was. And I'm like, I'll just take a shit there. I didn't even leave the store that I was in. I'm like, I'm not gonna make it. So then I go, and then my ex-wife goes, well, just ask for the bathroom here. And I go, where's the bathroom? He goes, oh, here. And she walked me through this fucking maze. I remember it was like a walk, hallway, turn, zigzag. I was like, what the fuck? Finally, she goes in there and punches the code, opens the door, and I come in. One stall. That's all. What? So one stall, and then I try to open it, closed. There was a kid there. And I'm like, I am going to shit myself. So as you do, you're like, okay, well, I'm here. It's happening one way or the other. So what am I doing now? And I'm thinking, the garbage can, the sink,
the Mission Impossible things playing in your head.
Going ask the kid to scoot a little bit so I can shit.
Why do you shake the door? Hurry up, kid.
Hurry up!
Hurry the fuck up. Shit. I just shit right there by his shoes. That was your problem. Like Big Daddy. And so I was like, the only thing I could see was the pisser, the urinal.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, here goes nothing. And in my head, like, everything flies. Everything is 100 miles an hour in your head. All I can think of is like, if someone was gonna come in, because it's such a long hallway, I will hear it before they're at the door. So I pulled my pants down, like any of us would do, and I aimed it at the. I mean, I didn't sit on it, but I literally just squat on top of the urinal. And as I flushed, I let the fucking Kraken go, dude. Just fucking. Luckily for me, it was so not solid that when I turned around and I went, this is gonna be bad. I turned around, nothing, dude. I was like winning, and so all I can think of is like
coming up, Angel.
And so all I can think of is like I pull my. Obviously, there's nothing. Oh, because then I was saying, well, what am I gonna wipe with? And I'm like, usually they have the fucking paper you can just pull. Yeah. There was nothing with a blower.
Oh yeah,
I was
nice.
like, oh my god, like I win one, I lose one, you know. And so all I could do is like I pulled my pants up, and then I went to the wall, and I just sat there waiting for the kid to finish. And I'm like this, dude. I'm like
just chilling.
And then all of a sudden he's not coming out, and I'm like, I have to go again. And so I back up. I back up to the urinal, and I pull my pants out, and I do it again. As soon as I go, I flush, and then I turn around and nothing. And I was like, holy shit, dude. And then I just went back to the wall, and I just sat there, and I waited for the kid. And then the kid comes out, and he worked at the store. He's like, hey, how are you? And I'm like, good. And I waited for him to leave. And then I just finally went and sat out. By the time I sat down on the toilet, I was done. I was like, literally just have to go wipe. I came out and I told my ex-wife, I was like, you will not believe the fucking Mission Impossible I just fucking conquered.
Hashtag blessed.
Hashtag blessed.
Everything was coming up, Angel, that day.
I still hear about so when I worked the company, when I went back to company one, how we freaked people out because we all went inside of the shitter. Mm-hmm. So Cody, we know Cody, he worked with me. He was like, oh yeah, fuck, I remember the first time we went there because so Steve and I were always being like this, and then we were in the same crew. So he was, by the way, the best fucking crew I ever worked in, by far, and this is not disrespecting anybody else, but this was it was Shaun, Steve, Craig, Otten, me, Cody,
a beat wheel.
These pancakes are dry.
I just mentioned his name to somebody who's related to the rodeos, and they was like, oh yeah, I know him. I know of him. So he used to be a bullfighter. I was like,
there's a lot of things he also used to be.
That why does everything. Do you remember that time, dude? You remember that time we went to Cody's house, and all of a sudden we're like, hey, someone had the brilliant idea. Obviously, Bill was there, so he was like, no, yes, fucking do it. and someone decided to say, hey, how about we let the fucking bulls out and let's smack them. And all I can think of is like, hey, let's not, because I was with, so there was us, and then there was some girl.
Maybe
there was
we
some,
shouldn't.
Like, how about no?
There was some girls with us, and then all of a sudden, I ended up with your kid in my arms, and there's a bull, a massive fucking bull, 10 feet away from me. I'm like, this is not cool. And like, his wife is like standing right next to me. I'm holding his kid, and I'm like, what the fuck are we doing? And all these guys are like, yeah, you fucking pussy. And like, smack the bull. I'm like, where the fuck am I gonna run with the kid? I'm like, I'm not gonna win. So bad. And then we went to the rodeo back when Cody used to rent his bulls, and he had good old Stubby at the shoot. And then he goes, Angel, come sit on it. I was like, I'm good. He's like, no, just look at him. He's all petting him. Look at him. But all I can think, I can see in my head is like all these times when you sit on it and the bull tries to like, fuck this, I'm out of here. And like starts jumping the chute. That's all I could see in my head. I'm like, no, dude, I'm good. Obviously, when it comes to proving how big of a pussy I am, my ex-wife goes, I'll do it. And I was like, are you sure? He was like, yeah, I'll do it. And so she has a picture that she's sitting on top of a fucking massive fucking bull. She's all,
You know how they make the bulls do all that?
yeah,
right?
they tie their nuts, right?
Yeah, and then they yank them hard. I mean,
See, I'm so used to that.
Give it to me.
threaten me with a good time.
You guys work full day today?
No. Close.
I did.
An
You guys,
hour early.
You guys
I mean,
working tomorrow?
if you can call it work, but
See, that's true talking right there. Did you working tomorrow? No.
Yes.
You are? Ooh, you
For
too.
a few hours.
I worked last Saturday.
Oh, did you? I worked last Saturday too, for a few hours too. I was supposed to work tomorrow, and then something happened. We're not getting materials, so we're like, no, so we can stay. And I'm like, yes. I was gonna bring a trailer home to go dump tomorrow. It's like disgusting.
So your new company, what do you call it? Is it company number 4?
Funny you
5?
say that. So it's because Justin and I met at company 1.
Yep.
He went to his company 2, which is where we're at.
Yeah.
I went to company 2, company 3, went back
Like
to company
company
2, went back to company 1. So this is basically my 4th company. So the
Okay.
only way we're saying this, it hasn't stuck yet, but he was like, let's call it company 2x4. Because it's his 2 and it's my 4.
I like that.
It's a company 2x4. I was like,
Okay.
makes sense.
Okay.
I went to the shop to get
You kind of sound like a hoe right now.
I know,
Just
dude.
bouncing around
I know.
from company to company.
Construction hooker,
hoe.
dude. Construction hooker.
Who's ever paying?
I went to
Sucky,
the
sucky,
shop
ba-da-la.
on Monday morning, and I went to get. They gave me a loaner truck, and I went to get my truck. My truck, they fixed some stuff on it, and so they gave me the key, and I'm looking, and it's like there's a shit ton of trucks, and I'm like, I look at the guy, and I'm like, is it one of these over here? And the guy's like, looks at me, and he goes, yeah, is the white one with the logo on the door? I'm all, you motherfucker.
Our smart ass.
All the fucking trucks are white. What the
Yeah.
hell? What are you?
That's just funny. Let's just remind me the other day I had to get some stuff done on my truck, and same situation. I'm like, can't really look for the white one with the logo on the door.
I know. And then they said, what number was yours? And I'm like, here's the thing. I don't even remember my plate in my personal truck. You know your plates?
No.
Fuck no.
On your personal?
No.
See, the Yukon I knew. But this one, I'm like, I have no idea. And then every time I see it, I go, oh, yeah. But I cannot memorize it. And now they give me another one. I'm like, what's the number on it? I'm all,
Do they go off plates, or do they have like
they have a unit number.
a unit number?
Yeah.
I just switched trucks with somebody, and I like damn near got yelled at from a mechanic. He's like, how do you not know your truck number? I'm like, bitch, I just fucking got it. Like, calm the fuck down, bro.
And your mom's a hoe. So
Exactly. Old ass bitch.
fuck. just throw some random insult out to somebody who just is just being an asshole for no reason.
Hey, did I just buy the hard alcohol from here?
Yeah.
Screwball?
Yeah.
You gonna be?
Yeah, because I bought this hard alcohol from.
What is it?
He's got some vodka over
Dude,
there.
you know me, bro.
His mix, you know.
Dude,
You know me, dude. I don't bring anything.
Hey, yo, what he mixed over there looked great. Looked like my. What do you got over there? You got
So we got
Can you give me one
vodka,
of these, please?
vodka?
Red Bull, and pineapple
Can we get
cranberry.
Yes, that looked phenomenal.
It's the shit.
If I wasn't already drinking brown liquor
Thank
over
you.
here, I would
You would try some?
try some.
I would gladly let you have some.
Of course,
No,
It's
drinking
amazing.
brown, dude. Brian quit drinking for like what 6 months,
Yeah, maybe 4. I don't think it was 6. It might have been 6.
That's
and then
respect
all
right
of a
there,
sudden
dude.
I open the fridge and there's beers there, and I cry, dude. I'm like,
I know. Every time I'm like, hey, so your boys are coming. Can I drink? He goes, absolutely not.
that's a running joke of the podcast. Like, hey, we're getting ready for like people to come
I'm
over.
like,
We're like,
hey,
oh, we
hand me a beer, and he's like, absolutely not.
we're getting ready
Absolutely
to
not.
drink and shit. It's like, hey, can I drink? So I was like, fuck no, Brian. What are you talking about? What's wrong with you?
So I went 5 years.
Oh, that's right.
man.
That's right.
I DJ every weekend 2 times. I am in a bar.
That'd be tough. I
It
could.
is so.
I can say I never went to a bar when I was on the wagon.
I could,
I'm almost at my 3-year anniversary of on the wagon. Or off
do
the
you
wagon.
remember them? Mm-hmm. Like going to see you at the bar?
What's the one on? Is it 7200? I remember going there with Brandy one time, and you and your ex-wife.
So I never went. I don't think.
Was that
You were invited, but you didn't come.
70, what was that? Sandy Station?
Well, I'm like
70
20 years
like-
younger than you guys.
90th South and right off the
Sandy
Yeah,
Station?
it was. I don't think it was Sandy Station at the time, though. Of course,
Oh,
this would have
might have
been.
been Lumpy South.
Lumpies.
Yeah,
Lumpy
Lumpies.
South.
Now
Yeah.
it's a car dealer. They turned it down.
No, is it? No, it's a fucking apartment complex. They
Oh, is
tore
it?
the whole building
No,
down.
but I think there's apartments around it, and like where
There was
the actual
that
building
car
is.
dealership was there before on the back end. Oh wait, no, there was a hotel there on
Yeah.
the back end. Because I remember like us
Yeah,
wanting
those are
to get
dope.
rooms over
Do you
there.
remember Sky Bar?
Oh,
Dude,
Oh,
Don't
yeah.
you remember
we were,
Sky
we
Bar?
fuck you, motherfucker!
He's like, no, I don't. I went on the
I'm
wagon.
not gonna say anything else.
I went on the wagon right
Parts of
after
it.
Sky Bar.
Yes,
I'm not gonna say anything else. I'm just saying because after I say, I'm like, oh no, you do remember,
Yeah, you can't.
dude. I
want to know.
well, I mean, we'll tell you when
we were
Yeah.
kings.
turn this off.
We were kings back then. Like,
Dude, one time I remember I went there because everybody gives me shit because Brian plays a Chakra Lounge now. He plays there Fridays and Saturdays, and it's like 10 minutes away from here.
yeah, it's over on like 4th South and over by the city county building.
So I've only been there once. But my problem is it's so downtown, and driving the Optimus Prime that I drive, it's like there's no space for me anywhere.
Where am I gonna park it?
Exactly. And
Just ride with him.
it's so yeah, but then I'm stuck with him till 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm 40, dude. I'm
Sounds like a
40.
big problem.
40?
I turned 40 in May.
Old,
He's
bro.
he's such a grandpa. Like, oh,
This
I can't-
motherfucker, dude, he texts me and he goes, "Hey, how's your laundry going?" while he's DJing. I'm like, "Hey, fuck you, man." 'Cause he's so
checking in on you.
techie that when I turn the washer on, the fucking washer sends him a notification to his phone. I
It
was like,
tells me when it's done.
Get the
I'm
fuck
like-
outta
I'm
here.
like,
Hey, go get that.
Hey, having a great Saturday night. How's your laundry?
Jesus
what a fucking asshole, dude. That's my best friend right there.
I ask him to come every.
Yeah,
I mean,
Yeah,
it's Saturday night. I mean,
I do come every
Bro.
day.
what else are you doing on a Saturday
Right
night?
in your hand.
No.
I mean, if you have
doing
work,
laundry.
I get that.
He's doing laundry.
He's doing
That's what
laundry.
He's doing.
I mean, if you got
folding his delicates.
Like, where else are you gonna fucking find somewhere to stick it in? You know what I mean?
No, but I remember Sandy Station one, Sky Bar. One time I remember I went there. I was shit faced.
That's every time I went to Sky Bar.
And I started, that's right. And
only
I
went there
started,
twice.
Dude, by the way, every time we went and saw DJ Bab O'Brien, we were shit faced. And
What kind of friend am I?
and then I started grinding on this girl to the point where like, I was like, she was borderline almost getting pregnant.
What was his name?
And I,
You're like breaking a sweat.
his beer was tickling my face. And on the microphone, I hear Brian goes, "Hey, Angel, your wife is here." And I turn around. and she was in the booth with him, and she's just like cheering me on. Meanwhile, I'm like eating this girl's ass while I'm dancing with her. I'm like, oh shit!
Oh my gosh.
That was good times. That was good times.
I also dance battled somebody. Remember?
Yep.
Remember they were. He was trying to hook up with my ex's friend. And you play some Michael Jackson, and I'm again wasted. And nobody dances Michael Jackson with me, or when I'm around and wasted. I was like, hey,
Yeah, it ain't happening.
so I took his hat, played it as it was my fedora, and I fucked him up without touching him.
I just remember being at the Sky Bar, and I can't remember. I think it's a Chris Brown song, and he didn't really cover a Michael Jackson song, but it's like the same.
Oh,
Sample or what?
put him.
Come on,
Got the same sample?
Yeah.
yeah. And I remember being like, Angel, come on.
He's all, not,
Like
not
every
right
time I'm like, because I remember you telling me like every time Michael Jackson plays, everyone's like, come on, Angel. So every time he plays, I'm like, Angel, come on.
I know a guy that could do this.
That's the one thing he always tells me. He's like, hey, I'm gonna come out tonight. Don't fucking play any Michael Jackson.
Yo, by the way,
No Backstreet Boys, no Michael Jackson.
no,
By the way,
Timberlake.
You are
Will Wonder texted me
my
about something, and he was like, "Do you really know how to moonwalk?" I'm like, "Excuse me."
You know what?
What?
Speaking of Mr. Will Wonder,
Yeah.
do you want to do this right now?
Sure.
So Mr. Will Wonder,
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all heard that last episode about what happened.
Let's be honest, they don't.
Yeah.
He's the wingman or something.
Why I loaded up? Do you want to give them a little backstory
Okay,
on
yeah,
what
sure.
Is
happened?
this the shitty wingman?
Yeah, shitty
Yeah,
Will.
I listened to
Actually,
it.
so you just sent me.
Yeah, I've been binge watching all of them.
So who?
As I'm driving to work and the phone's right here, I'm just like, shh, guys, I'm watching
Oh wait.
something.
So
All right, so little JSYK.
it's just
Hold on.
Just so you know.
The finger.
All right, there you go. So Will sent me this today. He said he needed to clear his name, and he wanted me to make sure I played this for you.
Also, he's a Blue Man Group member without makeup.
All right, y'all ready?
Yeah.
Other side of the Beehive, real quick, I have to clear my name. My guy Angel lied and left out crucial parts of the story. Number one, yes, he did send the young lady a drink. And he waited there for an hour and a half.
Don't say young,
He
you know
didn't
what I
say
mean?
anything. I kept
Yeah,
saying,
she was
you gonna
16.
go talk to her? You gonna go talk to her? No, just stare awkwardly. I go up to the stage to play with Dre. Angel leaves. As I'm leaving, the young lady waves me down. Hey, where'd your friend go who bought me the drink? I think he left, but would you like me to give you his number and you can talk to him, you can tell him thank you? She says, well, don't you think if he wanted my number, he would have came and talked to me? How do I argue with that? What do? Do I force her in taking Angel's number? At the end of the day,
force her.
Angel, I was there
Absolutely.
for you. I could have pushed harder, but I'm not that kind of guy. Step your game up.
Of course, you're
Love
married.
You guys.
You don't have
Wish
to
I
worry
could be there
about
with you tonight, but you know what I'm saying? I gotta be out here in the pool. Peace.
Oh yeah, because I I asked him to come down tonight before I knew that you guys could do it, and he was like, I can't, obviously, because he was tanning his head.
That was his pool. He's at his pool,
Yeah.
shaving his head.
Also, what kind of pool? I mean, that looks like it's a neighbor's pool in Magna or somewhere.
You're saying he's flexing on his neighbor's pool, not his pool?
No, I've been at his house. There's no pool there.
He said you ain't got no game. He said you ain't got no game.
He just
Dude,
he
I've
really
said
been,
you're a
I've been
baby
out of the
back
game
bitch.
for 17 years.
You just
dude.
bailed. You left.
Yeah.
So
I
you're
was
saying like, so when was the
so what
divorce
happened?
final?
So it happened 2 weeks ago. 2 weekends ago.
No, the divorce was final.
Oh, a couple of hours ago. No, I'm just kidding.
Still isn't. We're still trying to.
October, I think.
October?
Yeah.
But you're still saying you're out of the game?
Well, but he was.
You were out of the game.
Yeah.
He's
Like,
still.
you gotta get back in there.
You know
dude.
what? You know what I've noticed.
I feel like
we got
I feel like
training
we
wheels on his
need
bike
I feel
right
like
now,
we need
trying to get
Cody
him back
here
going
You know
again.
why?
to give you the
Should we call him?
speech. To give you the speech, you know?
Call him.
It's
We're
not
getting
about
like
the
17 kids in the background.
it's not about the pussy juice
This
cocktails.
cocktail
The
and
Cincinnati
rusty
bow
trombone.
ties. It's about love, dude. It's about connections.
Oh my god! You know how you and I
Connections.
quote DJ Bob O'Brien all the time? I'm not DJ Bob O'Brien. Bad Boys. All the time.
Yes.
This guy's right here is 4-year-old virgin.
Every
all
time.
the fucking time, dude. All the fucking time. So No, it's just like I've been. It's about connection. Andy, so it's all about connection.
We do that. We do that all the time too.
What?
I don't know what that means.
You guys
So
make
much
connections?
disrespect.
You fucks. Hell yeah. You have video of it?
So he just to bring you up to speed, there were a couple weekends ago.
Yeah.
A couple weeks ago, I went to the bar. There was this girl that was looking at me, and I was looking at her, and I was like, oh. And so I talked to our waitress, and I said, next drink that she gets, put it on me. But she took forever to drink. So the only information that I got from the waitress was, can I tell her it's from you? But in my head was like, when she gets the drink. I was like, okay. And she had like a club soda, whatever, vodka soda, whatever the fuck it is. And so every time
I wouldn't go on a date with that girl anyways.
so every time I looked at her, she had like a glass looking, like a glass of water looking drink.
Right.
So I just kept looking. I'm like, well, she's not drinking. And so by the time I left, she wasn't at the table. She was talking to some other girls. I was like, okay. And then on my way home, what do you need?
Another drink?
Oh,
Is that
because
cool?
you were like, I just didn't know if you
trying
wanted. I just didn't know if you wanted from here.
Trying to look past this fucking microphone.
Yeah. By the way, the beer is majestic, dude.
The what?
The beer.
Oh, thank you.
He's got an accent.
It's about
So-
time. Yeah.
Dan
I'm
put
brown.
me on to Josh at West End.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
So
who does mine.
I tried to get a haircut today.
Oh no, you gotta. It's
And
gotta be in advance.
It didn't happen.
He's booked out, huh?
Yeah, it's gotta be.
I was able to go. The one day I made an appointment the day of, and I hop on there. I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna make an appointment. Get
Yeah.
my shit looking right, you know. Angel's gonna fucking YouTube this and shit.
Fuck yeah, dude.
And I'm like,
There's no skipping this one.
Tuesday's the soonest. I'm like, well, at least the beard looks good.
So Josh took care of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one that takes care of me. I sent Dan there, and every time I went, so every time I go like every 5 weeks, and so I went there, and he goes, "Yo, where's your friend? He never comes. He never came back." And I was like, "Oh no, he loved, the work you did." But and Dan supports everybody. There's been has been in the armed forces. A veteran?
Yeah,
Yeah.
veteran.
So he supports everybody. Everybody's a veteran. But he also takes care of professionally takes care of his beer like twice a year. So it's like I'm like, dude, you're not gonna see him often. He's gonna show up when he needs it. But you went to him.
Yep.
It's a cool guy. See the dog
Oh yeah.
just chilling. Duke.
Yep. Just chilling. Just hanging
chilling,
out.
man.
I'm like, whose dog is this?
It's like mine.
It's
Dude,
good.
I went-
got a
when-
haircut, got a beard trim.
When I first met that guy, he started taking care of me, and there was 2 girls there, one
cup?
cup. there was 2 girls there, and a couple kids, and so he turns around and starts talking to one of the girls, and they end up laughing. Looks at me and he goes, "That's my ex-wife." I was like, "Oh," in my head I'm like, "Oh, you guys keep it cool. I mean, awesome." Turns to the other girl, is like, "Oh yeah," starts talking. He turns to me and goes, "That's my girlfriend." I was like, "Jesus Christ, dude! No wonder you're Latin." So,
Back to
anyway,
Angel having no game.
so back to Will. Yeah, back to Will. I just haven't had the. I mean, it's gonna sound douchey, but I haven't had the need to
He can hit on guys, but he's
throw
not
out the
very
ball.
good.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Circle jerks all day
Yeah.
for Angel, but
Non-stop.
when it comes to girls,
no,
It's a little, yeah.
Also, by the way, shout out to all the girls that shoot their shot. That's pretty cool.
yeah.
When they come, it's like, "Hey, what's up?
I like your dreads, right?
I like your dreads." Yeah.
so many girls wear those dreads.
Ah.
It's disgusting.
Dude, I gotta tell the story. We went to work at Wendover.
Wendover.
No, we didn't go to work. We went to fuck
No,
around.
we went to get fucked.
We went to fuck around.
Cody,
And-
I think Cody went to like legit like.
yeah, Cody went to get engaged.
Well,
Bring this
Yeah.
to you, please. You'll learn.
Hey, you've done this 179 times, okay?
So
Too close.
so we went to the strip club there, and all of a sudden, the ex-wife, she was a rock star when it comes to bringing all the girls. So she brought some girls to the table, and long story short, Cody ends up being in love with this girl, whatever. While he's talking to this girl, this other dancer comes in. He goes, "Hey, can I use your?" He had a cowboy hat that he wore everywhere.
Can I use your hat for my next set?
Oh my god, dude! And this girl was like, "Can I use your hat for my next set?" And he was like, "Yeah." She hasn't left the table yet, and Shaun goes, "There's so many strippers have worn that hat. It's
He's all
disgusting."
disappointed.
Dude, I must say, there's a what do you call it? Your older persona?
Yeah.
What do you call it?
Javier.
No, but what is the name for that? Like when you have
Alternate personality.
alternate personality. Is
It's
that
a
what it
drunk
is?
personality. I get it.
drunk personality.
Just me when I'm drunk.
Yeah. So when Shaun is
His
drunk,
Jekyll to his Hyde.
so when
Yes.
Yeah.
Shaun is drunk, he turns into Javier.
I
And
don't give a
Javier,
fuck.
Javier. So I was hanging out with Javier at the last.
It wasn't Shaun.
At the
It was
last
not
bar,
Shaun.
at the last bar you used to play, and he goes, "Dude, let's go get some drinks." I was like, "All right." So we go to the bar.
This is Johnny's.
Yeah, we order 4 Red Bull vodkas.
Yep, 4 Red Bull vodkas.
Red Bull vodkas, and they give it to us. He bought it, so he pays for it. It was like, all right, cool. Of course. Grab the fucking. Well, don't say of course. Like I never fucking bought it.
I'm just
Because
kidding.
you're broke.
I'm just kidding.
So I grabbed the. I grabbed 2. He grabs 2, and we're like, "Hey, cheers!" We drink it, and it was the nastiest.
Yeah, like-
I think it's because the machine ran out of Red Bull, so it's just giving you like.
Soda
Vodka and soda water.
Exactly.
So
Vodka soda.
I think it was a vodka tonic. It was a vodka tonic.
dude, obviously you weren't there. Javier and I, always drank Red Bull vodkas because the idea was
instantly I knew. I'm like,
because the idea was the Red Bull's gonna keep us awake so we can keep drinking.
Yeah.
It would not surprise me if you ordered Red Bull vodkas and they gave you vodka tonics.
No, I think what happened is they.
Do they use a Red Bull
Yeah,
though,
because
or
the
are they
Red Bull
using
is the can.
No,
It
they
depends.
shoot it on the gun.
Yeah,
some
because-
use Red Lion, some use an actual Red
Yeah.
Bull.
Yeah. So I think it was just carbonated water.
Yeah.
So when they did this, it was just clear water with the carbonation, and then this the vodka. So we wanted, hey, cheers. We drank it. We're like,
This tastes
like
like shit.
fucking gross, dude.
And usually I'm not the guy, but I'm like, this tastes like shit.
Dude, we turn around and we put them back. I'm like, these are bad. Like, these are not good at all.
This is not Red Bull
and
vodka.
and the girl goes, oh, sorry about that. Goes to the back, changes some shit, comes back, and he goes, another 4. He goes, psh, 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 psh. We're like, we take him, we go, cheers. We drink it. It was like, oh, these are good. We take 2 steps away from the bar. We look at each other like, let's take those shitty ones too.
We're all sitting there, we're like, it's like instantaneous. Like, look at each other, and we're like, yeah, let's grab them too.
We went for 2 drinks each. We ended up with 4 drinks
Yep.
each.
Holy shit.
Yep. Johnny's on second, dude.
Remember
that was a
that
good
friend
night.
you had, and you're like,
Oh,
Jake. Someone called him Preppy.
Oh my
And
god.
dude, someone called him Preppy.
Remember Jake?
Yeah.
Someone called him, look at this Preppy motherfucker or something. And his whole night just took a shit. He's all,
Yep.
like, he was just done for the night, dude.
up,
We're like, dude,
buddy.
what the hell? Dude, he was like, fuck, man. That's not what I want to, know how I want to look, and that's not the impression I want to give. We're like, I'm like, who gives a fuck? Like, you know this fucking guy.
Holy
I'm like,
shit.
fuck him. And he's just like, he just fucking, obviously he was drunk, but it's just the whole night he just went, hello, darkness,
Damn
my
it.
old
I just
friend."
remember like I remember looking for him and I'm like, where the fuck is Jake at, dude? And I like walk outside and he's out there like drunk hitting on some chick outside of the bar. I'm like in like the alley or some shit. I'm like, bro, what the
Don't
the
do that.
fuck are you
Come back
doing?
in here.
Like, come on. Let's join the party. Let's go where people are. Fucking
You're gonna
weirdo.
die out here. Come on.
That's like one of my best friends growing up too. I haven't talked to him in like 4 years though.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
He's a weirdo, man. He moved up to
Dude,
fucking...
you stopped talking to me too. You changed,
I know, because you're a
Shaun.
bitch, bro.
Whoa. Holy shit.
Show me a bitch. Dude, Shaun is like, yeah, because you got no game, bro.
Listen, you've been divorced how long and you're still hitting dudes? Like, step it up.
I just go with what I know, which is my puck friends.
I went weird, bro. Like last spring, dude, I just fucking quit talking to a bunch of people. I quit talking to
You
him.
quit talking to me.
Dude,
I just fucking like,
as a
fuck
matter
everybody.
of fact, I don't know if it was today. I'm going to check right now. I don't know if it was today or yesterday. I just got the memories. Obviously, you guys don't do those. But I think it was yesterday's. It was us at your house
yeah,
last time I went. And it was 2019.
it's been a minute.
Yeah, dude. I remember I walk in Shaun's house. He goes, I was like, oh, is that your new daughter?
Oh
he goes,
my
yeah. And he
God.
goes, Shaun goes, she's kind of a bitch. And she's what? Like she was 1.5, 2?
Should have been 3?
So she was like
2. She'd have been 2.
Don't
being
look
cute.
at her.
I walk in there and I'm like, hey,
Dude,
how are you?
she's-
She just looks at me and Sean goes, she's kind of a bitch. I turned to his wife. I'm like, hey, how are you? I give her a hug.
I think I said asshole.
Oh, I think.
Because she is an asshole.
think she's kind of an asshole.
She don't give a fuck.
And then I turned to his wife and I give her a hug. Hey, I just met your new daughter. He says, oh yeah. And his wife goes, she's kind of an asshole.
She don't like the difference from a boy to a girl. Like she don't give a shit.
Really?
Yeah, she don't give. A fuck.
How old is Liam?
Liam's 8. He'll be 8.
God damn. Oh, same
What's today?
So, today's his birthday. You're getting wasted.
Podcast day, bud.
Today's the.
It's the 24th of June.
It's the 24th, so in 2 days, Sunday. Ooh, it's the 24th.
Of June, yes.
It's exactly 5 years since I quit.
Hey!
So
You quit drinking and then you came
I
back.
quit drinking. So when my son was born, I quit drinking 2 days before that, and then 5 years later is when I started again. So 8-year anniversary of me being on the wagon, or however you want to look at it.
I thought you got off the wagon when you started drinking again.
On, off, on, whatever.
Whatever.
I'm drinking again.
He's drinking.
The last 3 years, I've been drinking. Okay,
There's a
5
wagon.
years before that, I wasn't.
Something about a wagon.
There's a wagon.
Cheers.
I'm off it. I'm on it.
Cheers to the wagon.
Cheers to the wagon. If you're on it, great. If you're off it, great.
I quit for a year, but but you were bad.
Yeah. If you can't come in them, come on them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was way bad. I was like bad.
I think Brian was bad. He doesn't seem to think so.
What is bad? What's considered bad?
Well, I would go see Brian at 10 o'clock in the morning and be like, you want a shot? I was like,
I was a good host.
he just keeps saying that shit. I was
Want
like,
a shot?
I just woke up. He said, yeah, so you want a shot?
So,
I was a good, like,
free shot, yeah. I mean, sure.
I don't say I was bad. I just say he was a pussy.
There was one of the guys that Justin and I follow. He's a podcaster too, and sometimes they do their podcast like around 10 in the morning, 11 o'clock, and he's drinking whiskey. But he says, but when he turns to the guys, he goes, yeah, but you guys just woke up. I've been awake since 4:30 in the morning. So
it
to me,
doesn't seem as bad.
to me, this is noon. Like I've been working since I woke up, take the kids to school, do this, do that.
I remember the first time I was on the podcast as a guest.
Yeah.
And he texted me, he said, hey, and no drinking before the podcast. And I'm like, dude, it's 10 in the morning.
We used to.
He just wanted to make sure you didn't start.
We used to record. Did you guys come here on Sunday? 'Cause we used to record on Sunday.
It was
came pretty late on, like, a Saturday or Friday
and
or
it was
something like
late.
that.
I remember it being dark outside, but I also remember it being snow. So,
Yeah, we hit the
really?
liquor store first and then came here, and it was pretty late already.
but at that point, like I cared about people knowing I was still drinking,
Yeah.
or I started drinking. I was like all concerned about it. I'm like, I just don't want people to know I'm drinking again. Like now, I'm like, I don't give.
Yo, how about this? You have more kids?
Fuck no,
Oh, I thought he was gonna say we're trying.
absolutely not.
I love when people say we're trying because it just means I'm busting nuts inside of my wife. That's
Yeah.
this literally. How about you?
No, both were accidents, like.
And that's all the time we have.
Never planned on one, but I got
Thanks for tuning
two.
in. We'll see you next week.
Busting nuts all the time. But, hey,
Happy Father's Day,
go
everybody.
clean yourself off, You go pee yet? Did you go pee?
Are you gonna get fixed or not really?
I don't know, man.
Why not? Did I show you the video?
It's your
Hey,
huevos, dude.
should we
It's
fix
gonna-
them right now?
Chop them
I
up.
think we can.
You got a knife?
Yeah,
Chop
dude.
your huevos up, dude.
It's not
Chop 'em up.
chopping your huevos. I have the video.
Chopping the little. I've seen the video.
Seen
But
it.
see, you
Dark
too.
nuts,
Got some
bro.
balls. He goes black old balls, dude. So this is not true.
I don't want to say that, but I'm like,
Is that a song?
black old balls, yeah.
Black old balls?
Like a balls, won't you come?
Won't you
They can't
They
come.
did come no more. They can't. Oh, they come. But yeah, edging.
We were talking about this on the drive-in. We're like, you think he still does the edging stuff?
Oh yeah, dude.
Should we bring up edging?
Oh yeah, dude. I'm an open book, bro. What you
He's
want
gonna
to know?
edit this part out.
Yeah.
Why?
No,
He's gonna tell us his secrets about humping his bed a little bit.
produced,
How often-
I produced the show.
Yeah, people be
now.
like,
we
we
gotta
got
edit
pissed.
this
You
out.
get to decide.
I will say I came out as having a foot fetish in this podcast,
Yep.
Something that you guys were kind of probably all three of you were like one.
I remember every time anything we brought, like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
shut the fuck
exactly.
up.
So you guys are
bro,
one of the few people that knew. And I remember, do you remember when we were working by Raging Waters, and there was this truck driver female that was working with us back then. Don't say her name. She was blonde. You remember her?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so
Yep.
so we were talking around Cody's truck, and, someone said the word feet, and she turned to me and she goes, "Oh, you have a thing for feet?" And I said, "No, not really," because I was like, I don't really want anybody to know. and Shaun goes, "Says the foot fucker."
Dude, I forgot all about that. All about
"Oh, you have a thing for feet?" And I'm like, "No, not really." He
put you on blast.
But it was just like, it was like done like in a comedy
Says
movie, because he wasn't in the scene. He just happened to walk by when she said, "You have a thing for feet?" And I said, "No, not really." He's walking by and looks at me and he goes, "Says the foot fucker." And he just kept walking. And he just kept walking. And then that girl was like, "Oh, you won't like my feet. I have so many surgeries." And I'm like, "All right, we're done talking." Yeah, dude. I will say this, dude. When I told the world, I was like, dude, I'm gonna become a leader of people that have foot fetish. Like no one can. Like no one's like, "Oh yeah."
Yeah,
you're all excited about it.
We all knew.
Everybody knows. Nobody cares.
So thanks to Skylar, shout out to Skylar, Dan and Chance, all those guys knew about it, but because we went on a bike ride one time, and Skylar's as bad as me. I don't know if it's as bad as me. I'm pretty bad, but
You rubbed off on him or what?
no. But I'm talking to him.
On his feet?
I was like,
Rubbed himself off on his feet.
I was across the. We went to eat. We went to this restaurant. I went to eat, and I was across the table from him. And then this lady walked by right behind me, or like right next to me, with open toe shoes. And I looked at Skylar, obviously because I'm still hiding it. And I look at Skylar and I go, I'm like, "Look, dude." And Skylar, being who he is, he goes, "What, dude? Good teeth? Good." I mean, he's like, "What, dude? Good toes? Oh yeah, those are nice.
Good
What,
toes?"
Good feet?" And then when he turns around, the guy, it was Dan, I think. He was like, "Wait, hold on. You got a thing for feet?" And he goes, "Yeah, so does Angel." I was like, "Oh, you motherfucker!" And then obviously they're like, "What the fuck is wrong with you guys?"
Yeah, we all knew
Yeah.
You're not hiding it.
you're not
Angel, I have
hiding
a
it very
serious
well.
question. Where's your restroom at?
Right there by the water
By the
thing,
water thing.
right next to it.
I'll be back.
Yeah, dude.
Waving in front of it.
Taking a left?
Yeah, go down
He didn't listen.
he don't do directions good.
Anyway, I hate that motherfucker. What? So Steve was like, "Well, you have to drive me." What?
No, I drove.
Hey, who? Dakota sent me a Snapchat. You guys were listening to the,
Yeah.
or he was. I don't know. Were you in there listening to that episode with Dan?
Yeah.
Did you send it to Dan too or no?
No.
I was like, I texted him back. I'm like, "Well, you're a little behind, bro."
You said that to Dakota?
Yeah.
I just pulled it open and just pushed on one and set it up there. Like, you're watching this.
We're watching
Watch this now. You know?
That was your safety meeting of the day.
Watch this.
Dude, how long have you been operating?
I don't know.
Since you, did you?
Since you left.
Long enough to
No,
lose the
because
abs.
no,
Yeah.
because did you take cover once I left
Yeah.
for Cody?
Yep.
So that was when I became a foreman. Then.
Yeah, and I couldn't come with you, remember?
Yeah, dude.
They
It's
like
so
shut
bad.
that down. No.
I asked the company. I says, "Well, why can't I have Steve-O with me?" Because obviously I trained Steve-O, and he was my second dairy operator, and so I was like, "Well, why can't I bring Steve-O with me?" And they're like, "We will never have you and Steve-O work together again, ever again." We're like,
he can't get pregnant.
like why? Because we touched each other's butts. They're like,
fine.
we're not fucking.
There are so many HR issues over there.
Like we're not.
fine.
They were like, "We're not having you guys together." I was like, "What the fuck?" But so you took over for me when I left.
Yes.
And then I lasted about a month and a half being
Give
a
or
foreman.
take, a couple
And then
days,
like
you know?
I disappeared and Shaun took it all. Like without even with no
He's the only one left there. Like,
with no
where'd he
warning.
go?
With no warning. His boss was like, "Hey, you're taking over the crew." He goes, "Well, where's Angel?" It's like, Angel's not longer a fucking foreman. He went back to dig ditches and fuck bitches. What?
So you just had enough of that, or what? What was the reasoning behind that?
What I left?
Yeah.
Well, to start, without saying names, my foreman and general foreman hated each other's guts. Actually, no, I'm sorry. My general foreman and superintendent hated each other's guts. Mm-hmm. So one would come and yell at me for not doing this. And then when I'm doing it, the other one will come and yell at me for doing that. And I was like, well, if you guys don't talk, how am I going to have a communication with you guys? They hated each other. They did the whole fucking, they took me, it felt like I was going to the principal's office. Like they sat me there in front of the main guy and then my superintendent and my general foreman. And they were just like, they literally just fucking finger pointing at me. And I was like, how can I fucking do this when there's no communication? Nowadays, I will say, and you correct me if I'm wrong, when someone moves up, they tag him along with someone else. Is that a thing still?
They were doing that, but recently it hasn't been the same thing. So they do for a couple months, I'd say.
Yeah. So when someone becomes a foreman, they put you with another foreman so you can learn, like the next step.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Back when I was doing it, and I'm not saying it was impossible because people did it. We all know I'm a little delay. There was like, oh, here's your crew, here's your job site, here's your plans, here's your pipe, off you go. And I'm like, and the only thing I knew how to do was dig, and now I'm not digging. And I was like, and then my operator was making like, I don't know, $3-4 more than I was.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
It makes sense. So I was like, and I was told when I took over, I was told if you don't like it, we'll take you back as an operator in a heartbeat. And I was like,
so did you ask for that position, or they just?
Yeah.
They kind of like pushed you for. You asked?
Kind of, yeah.
No, every time they ask me, I'm like, nope.
See, that's what I'm saying, dude.
Nope.
See, when I heard you were going to, I was like, ugh.
No.
Because listen, I'll be honest with you. I'm a foreman where I'm at, but for the most part, I'm by myself.
You're not a babysitter like though.
I don't have which it also kind of it's also, dude. Shaun taking a shit or what?
It's probably rubbing one out. Feet and everything.
Feet and everything. Yeah, we're talking about guys and shit.
He's about to open up on this episode. Actually,
He's about to open.
179 is feet time.
Just send me something. Let's see what he fucking sent me. This motherfucker.
Probably pooped in the urinal. Is there a urinal here?
No.
Look, Dad, I did it too.
What the fuck? Did you just send me this?
Yeah.
Did you just lock it?
How was your shit, dude?
Yeah, we
How was your shit?
People got.
It's a piss, dude.
You sit down.
Yeah.
That's right.
Do you vape in the bathroom?
You still vape?
You vape in the bathroom?
Yeah, dude.
Really?
Bring that mic back over there to you.
Yeah, Shaun.
Ooh,
God
sorry.
damn it, dude.
Yes.
Hey,
still
we're
vape.
gonna need you to walk back in.
I'll redo it.
Do it again. We'll edit that.
You still vape, huh? Mm-hmm. Shaun was like the first person I ever saw that was like, oh, vaping is for people that are quitting smoking, not starting to smoke. Shaun never smoked in his life. All of a sudden he shows up one day, he's got a fucking...
Every now and then, like when I was like super, super drunk, someone would be like, you want a cigarette? I'd be like, yeah, fuck yeah, you know? And they'd be like, ugh.
This is not good.
Oh, you smoke too, huh?
And then, Andy,
yeah.
Andy,
No. Oh, no.
Chew?
Andy-
Oh,
No.
chew.
No, I quit chewing too.
Really?
Oh, yeah. It was like giving me like heartburn. I thought I was having a heart attack and shit.
That's an operator's thing, dude.
Yeah.
Andy was the one that turned me on to vaping, though.
Oh, that's right. Oh, and, Andy had like back in the day,
Yeah.
the,
It
was
the
never
fake
out of his
cigarettes that
mouth.
would light up at
Yeah.
the end.
Oh yeah,
He's
yeah.
all-
He would keep it in all day and just,
Yo, remember Cold?
no.
Holy shit.
Dude, the day he got his ass whooped by fucking Cody, I loved it.
Remember when this guy hit me in the nuts? We wrestled too. We're like, all right, you guys wrestle. We can go home early. Like, okay, let's just get it. You know, let's go. Got Shaun down. He smacks me in the nuts.
You know what he did to me?
turns around,
Do you remember what
let's
you
go
did to
home.
me?
Oh, the time I went to grab you from behind and pick you up?
Yeah,
and
he hooked me like from the back into my nuts.
Buckle ride.
Yeah, but instead of like he lifted me to a point where like I ate shit. Like
All your weight was
I went
forward
face
when I did
first,
it.
and he's like, "Oh, dude, I'm sorry." And when I turned around, I'm like, "Who the fuck?" And I turned around, it was Shaun. I was like, I want to get him so bad, but it's my boy. And I'm like, why would you do that? I'm like, I'm fucking mad. I'm so mad. He's so, dude, I'm so fucking. I'm like, Shaun, just get the fuck out.
So bad.
Get out of my
Fuck
face.
away
So
from me
bad.
right now.
You kind of deserved it though after the donut. After the powdered donut, I mean,
So, hey, somebody got revenge on him. Somebody came up with the spring one time. And,
That's right.
put it right on his neck.
yeah, Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Yep.
Cash.
He just smile on his face.
We have
Yeah.
this thing that goes around the pipe, and he detects like if the pipe has any scratches and shit. So metal to metal, and he takes a shot. He goes, and he sounds, but it's a spring. It's like very tight, but you can stretch it. And someone went behind him, one of the hairiest fucking crew members, and opened the fucking thing and put him in his neck. And when they let go, it just fucking
Pinched
all of it.
squeezed everything, dude. And he turned around and kicked this poor fella so hard in the nuts.
Like straight up.
I was like, oh my god, we just lost
waste
Jimmy.
no time.
I'm like, well, and I'm thinking, I'm like, I'm fired. I'm done. I'm like, I'll go get my truck. I'm gonna leave. No big deal. I get it. I was so convinced, but it like instantly, like I didn't
hesitation.
even think about it.
Yeah,
That's
that'll
perfect.
work. Just bite that
Didn't
one
even
off.
think about it. I just remember it like, and I remember after because it had lines all
Oh, yeah,
across
it
my
was
neck.
bad.
Oh, dude.
Like instantly, I turn around, boom. Like
Can you grab me a thing too, please? Or,
Full
yeah,
kick him in the
please.
nuts.
Oh,
Yeah, it was pretty
boy.
funny. I laughed.
Hell, wasn't it Jack Daniels
Oh yeah,
that he had in his car?
yeah. I was drinking out.
Jimmy's? do you remember that time we went to Jimmy's? We went to sushi, and then at the end of the, I don't know if you were working with
I don't know
us.
if I was there.
We were in Tuela.
What about the Ford Loco in Mark's car?
I don't remember that.
I don't know if you
That
were
was pretty
you were
bad.
there.
You know?
They had like I think Daniel had brought him some Ford Locos.
Yeah, I'd order some Four Locos from Lil.
And one got
fucking Daniel. Remember
one
that?
one got kicked on the rails of the seat and it just exploded and it sprayed all on the headliner of Mark's fucking
Like, I'm not
car.
worried about his car. Like, you just broke my thing. I paid good money for this thing. This is imported at this
It
point,
sprayed
you know?
all over there. We came back probably smelling like fucking alcohol so bad.
Well, do you remember what Cody did to Jimmy? It was right when we all went to sushi. You still fucks with sushi?
I hate sushi.
You?
Tempura, whatever it is, like the
Really?
Not
yeah,
a
the deep
sushi
fried
guy.
type
That's not
stuff.
sushi. But you went with us. You just never ate
It's the
sushi again.
seaweed for me, dude. It just tastes like ocean water.
So, we went to sushi, then we came back, and Cody will always order like the weirdest fucking thing. So he ordered this fish, and it was literally a whole fucking fish, like head, tail, everything. And he just like started eating it, and then this fucking cowboy says, "Can I get a to-go box?" So he took it home, and by then I mean we took it back to the job site.
Can't imagine that.
So at the end of the day, we're all saying goodbye. Jimmy jumps in his car. By the way, I'm so glad that that's not his name. Even though I said it
Jimmy,
earlier.
we just gave it to him,
I
Jimmy.
said it earlier.
You go by Jimmy.
And so he drives by and he goes, "See you guys." And
Oh my God.
Cody's eating the head of this fucking fish. And he just we used to, by the way, Jimmy was like, we fucked with him every fucking day. And all of a sudden, Cody goes, "Shut up, Jimmy!" and throws the head of the fish head. And he goes in his dashboard, all over his car. Goes just like all over, dude. And I'm like, dude, the smell that car's gonna have is gonna be unbelievable. And he was just like, we all laugh. And Jimmy's like, "Fuck you guys!" And he just
It's probably so
drove off. And
sad.
he's
Poor guy.
You remember when the inspector got into the epoxy on that job in Tooele? Oh, Crow. Shout out to Crow.
Oh yeah.
He's like, these are brand new fucking jeans. Brand new. I just put these on the other day. Right into the epoxy.
How can you not say that this our crew was the best crew that we have? So, by the way, Top Gun crew twice in a row, 2 years in a row. Oh, you weren't around.
I've actually been 3 Top Gun crews.
Yeah, but you were
Because I was
traffic though.
on the crew? No. Guardrail.
Oh, my bad.
Way different.
Kind of.
You know who else is with us? Truck drivers, the brothers, Polynesian brothers, Jerry and
Jerry and Vi.
yeah, they're with us. And also there's another guy that used to work with us in traffic, Setu.
Setu, yeah.
He's
I like
with
Setu.
us now. Yeah. I see him every now and then. He goes, "What's up?" So Jerry called me the other day, and he doesn't know it's me. So he's
Really?
like, "Yeah." So he's like, "Hey, hi."
Doesn't he have the high voice? It's kind of weird. It doesn't fit his body.
He's like, "Hey, yeah, dude." He goes, "Hey,
hello.
but it's weird because he's saying my name. And like, how many? I mean, I don't know how many angels he knows,
Right.
but it's like, "Hey, I'm Jerry, and I'm supposed to be your truck driver for this job." And I was moved from that job. I'm like, "What job are you talking about?" And he goes, "Here in American Fork." I'm like, "I'm not there. I haven't been there in like 3 days." And he goes, "Oh, okay." And I'm like, "So and so is in charge. Give him a call." And he goes, "All right." And I go, "Wait, hold on. Who's this?"
So you didn't know who it was at this point?
I didn't know. No.
Okay.
No. No. I just asked.
Okay.
But he was getting a hold of me because I was in charge. I'm like, "I'm not in charge. I'm like, I haven't been there." And so I said, "Wait, hold on. Who is this?" Because I recognized the voice, and I knew that there was one of the Polynesian friends that we had that was there, and I just didn't know who. I'm like, wait, hold on. Who is this? And he goes, "It's Jerry." And I'm like, "Jerry, it's me, Angel." She goes, "Who?" I'm like, "God damn it." I'm like, "Angel, the one with dreads from Company One?" He goes, "Oh my God, Angel, what's up, man?" And then he starts going off. He's like, "You're the best operator." I'm like, "I want to stop you right there because here I am, nobody. Everybody thinks I'm a piece of shit." I'm like, I haven't earned my stripes yet. I'm like, "So just keep that shit to yourself." He goes, "Oh my God, I'm gonna tell my brother." I'm like, "All right, that's cool."
Vi's a badass.
And then when I went training, I saw Howie going in and out of the pit. All
Oh, the
time.
Howard?
Yeah,
Oh, Howie.
Howard the coward.
Howard the coward.
Still smoking and shit.
Oh yeah, dude.
God damn, Howie.
He's like, "Well, don't be a fucking stranger."
How old
Maybe you
is he
should
now?
put that down.
About
Like
106.
80?
Yeah, it looks like 200 years old.
What's the other old dude?
You remember Robert, dude?
Oh yeah.
Remember that?
Is that
Eyeliner
Ricky
Rob?
Martin?
Yeah, dude.
I was gonna ask. I'm like,
Ricky
what was
Martin.
Ricky Martin's real name? Like,
It's
I want
Robert.
to call him and have
Rob.
sex with him because miss it.
This guy
This guy
hold
drinks
on.
coffee with a straw.
This guy, yeah, dude. This guy was a truck driver. He was the cleanest truck driver ever. His truck was immaculate. He come out and he's like smelling good, like nice glasses. I'm like,
Wow.
you're getting a boner right
So
now. Look
nice.
at him. In fact, he modeled
Then he
for
laughs and he gives you soft. You're like,
if-
what?
yeah,
retro.
the fuck?
Yeah, he modeled for retro.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he's in one of the photos. I'm like,
So
oh,
did some other girl.
he go- yeah, dude. I remember those girls. In fact, one of those girls that modeled for us, she's friends with, like, good friends with another podcaster friends that we have. Like, they know each other from way back. And I'm like, "Oh, I know your friend." I showed him photos. I was like, "Oh, shit." I'm like, "Yeah."
We've been on a podcast before.
That's right,
me
dude.
and Shaun.
Oh, yeah? Which one?
Kind of like this one, like similar.
It was just a table.
Yeah, it was just it was different.
It seems the same, but it's not quite the same. Like
Some stuff.
Did I, did we have,
Nothing. Just a table.
just a table, but did we have the headphones?
You had this little
yeah,
black. Yeah.
yeah,
We had
headphones.
headphones?
You
That
had
was kinda
this.
weird.
Yeah. This is Simmons' idea. But every time someone comes like, "Oh, do that sign," I'm like, "I know." And then he starts getting. I won't show the imperfections of it, but it's pretty beat up. You just can't see it.
Not a dent in it or something.
Just don't look too close.
It looks good on camera.
Yeah, for sure. And then I come here because obviously I sit down with Justin and I do the fan, and Justin does the lights. So how many times I've come here and I'm waiting for him, and I was like, "Oh shit!" Like just today, I'm
would've
waiting.
forgot?
I'm waiting for you guys. I'm like, okay, everything's ready to go, and I'm like, "Oh shit," because that's
Turn the
that's
lights
his
on.
stuff right there. So I just turn it
Oh,
on.
I got it though. Shit.
I don't know. Dude, I don't even know how to use that remote. All I
Really?
do is turn it on, and then if it's
Leave it whatever
if
it
it's
is.
blinking, I let it blink. If it's in a simple color, I change it. But that's about it. I don't know. It blinks fast. It blinks one color, or it blinks all the colors. Like I usually go like an old guy. I'm all. Why
He puts his glasses down.
Why is
on
this?
the table.
Yeah,
He holds it way out here.
I saw a guy
when you
do
got your
that.
glasses on, but you're looking outside of the glasses.
We're on
Holds it 2 feet
I-15,
away from his face.
right where the legacy turnoff is. And there's this old guy, and he's sitting there, and he's driving. I look up, and he's all reading his phone
No,
as
sir,
he's
you're
driving. I'm like,
driving.
oh god, don't.
Yo, did you keep your CDL or you let it go?
Still have it.
Still have it, huh?
Yep. Unfortunately,
Why?
I just fucking. Just for the fact
You
that I
don't
have to
have
do
to,
the.
right?
I don't have to, but just for the fact of the medical. because technically now I don't have to do the medical, but I have to because I have the CDL. So,
Really?
at one time it was a little iffy on my blood pressure.
Oh, you
yeah?
get the finger in the butt
Yep.
thing, or is that?
No,
That's only like
that's a different one. That's like
Oh,
when you
okay.
turn. I don't know, ask him. He's 40.
45.
I think it's 45.
45.
Now. Oh, I got 5 more.
45.
You can
Man.
volunteer.
No, but here's the thing, though. I
You
liked
do that
it
all
when
the time, though.
I liked it when
You just
Steve-O
have
did it.
you just have you have unqualified people.
hard on when they do that.
Do you remember Pimp from Company One?
Yeah.
He was telling stories every time he'd do it, he'd bust. So he was just constantly rescheduling. Fucking Pimp.
Oh yeah, yep, that tracks.
Yeah.
That
By the way,
tracks.
whoever knows the company, whoever's gonna watch this because of you guys from the company that you guys work for, they're gonna be like, so we know
Pimp.
exactly who it is. He also quit drinking for the longest time. And
he
all right,
still?
Brian, it was fun, dude.
That's
I
it.
got it from here. I'll just push buttons and yeah.
While I go to the bathroom.
So fuck that guy. What? Love you, Brian.
Okay, now we can touch each other.
Dude,
Yeah.
let's fucking
Should we
do it.
fuck? Dude, I one time heard Pimp say, "I'm gonna put it in soft, and when it gets hard, I'll pop every bone in your back." Like, what the
Dude, he came up to me one day. This is back when he was.
so-
This is back when he was in his ape shit days. All right, he's a changed man. He's had a good relationship for the longest time. He's not drinking or whatever. He would get so drunk, and then he would talk to me about all these experiences that he has had, and he was like, "Fuck yeah, fuck brought this girl to my house." It was like, "Hey, you wanna stay in my bed? That's cool, but I sleep naked." And like he takes his pants off, right? And then the chicks were like, "Yo, what the fuck?" And he was, "Sorry, babe." And then he would say this thing that Kurt and I always said to each other, we're like, "It ain't gonna suck itself."
I'm like,
holy shit, dude.
what do you say?
Like nowadays, that shit would get you canceled. Like, back in the day, like, you know, it ain't gonna suck itself. Remember that guy? I'm not gonna say his name. This is so bad because I want to say so many fucking names. Remember that guy who used to live with him? Also a gym rat?
Yeah.
Young kid?
Yep.
I went to his house one time and we were all drinking outside. All of a sudden, they disappear. We were outside, just dark and shit, we're having a couple beers. I said, I'm like, where are the drinks at? And he goes, there's a cooler in the back of my truck. And I think it was his personal truck. And just full of beers. I'm like, okay. So I go to the side of the house where his truck is, and I go to the tailgate. And as I turn where the truck is, there's that one kid just sitting there like this,
Getting sucked up.
getting fucking sucked off, dude. I'm like,
Oh. Musty in here.
is it? I bet it is.
Did you
Socks on the air conditioner or what?
The king is back. Hey, relax, Brian.
Well, you know.
Damn, dude.
did you wait in line? Would you just zip down?
I
Like,
was just like,
I got next.
I got dips.
Just let me know when you're done, bro. And I'll jump in there. And
That's another guy.
she goes,
that-
"Okay, I'm done. You take over." No, I meant like.
All right. He saw, hey, babe, you're done. Okay, Angel, come on down. I'm all, no, that's not what I meant. What was I gonna say? I never heard from that guy either. He just went and disappeared. And I think I still have him on Facebook. He hasn't posted anything forever. And all of a sudden it's like, oh, it's his birthday, and I go, and then I look. I usually when there's someone's birthday and they haven't posted in a while, I usually just look and I go, oh, he hasn't posted since
They're not gonna see it.
2013.
Right.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm fucking out.
That's me.
But I remember one time I went to his crew. Pimp wasn't there, and they were putting this boxes together. We used to put together the yellow ones, and for the boring. And this Traco had one of the corners, the blue ones. He had it, ready to slide. And they brought me because I knew how to do it, quote
Right.
unquote. And I'm looking at it, and so this thing is going straight, but the panel is actually crooked. And I'm like, well, it's not gonna go in because the panel is crooked. I'm like, you need to bring another machine and push the panel in. And this fucking kid goes, we don't need another machine. Can we just push it in? I'm like, how much? You know how heavy these fucking things are?
Yeah, go ahead, kiddo.
Well, he pushed it.
Did he?
He just grabbed it and
Did he
went,
push it real good?
and the fucking thing went, and I'm all,
Yeah, so good thing I told you to do that.
I'm like, well, that makes sense, dude. You go to the gym every fucking day. But he went to the I was at Pimp's house one time. He went to the gym with the guy that used to work at the warehouse. Another gym rat. Remember him?
Oh yeah.
Remember?
Yep.
Oh,
I was sitting
boys.
there. I was sitting there in his kitchen. We were drinking, and these two fellas came in from the gym. You will think I was in an episode of Jersey Shore.
Yes.
They were like,
GTL.
holy shit. First of all, they walk in.
That was so good, bro.
First of all, they walk in and they both were talking tight ass fucking gym clothes and shit. And they were like, both of them with their fucking workout shakes. Or like, anyway, dude. Yeah, dude, that felt good. I'm all, what the fuck is going on right now? I'm like, I don't want to be here anymore.
GTL, bud. Cab's here.
Have you you guys heard anything from Andy?
No, but I saw his brother. Do you remember his brother?
Yeah.
Sam.
Yeah. We worked on a job site, and it was around like this horse pasture, and he was out there sleeping out there in a trailer and watching these horses. And
Remember how
little boy sound.
Remember how he ate, dude? So,
oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
he was sitting like a fucking child from the streets. He was like,
what's the matter, little buddy?
we're like, what the fuck? Who
Everybody
else?
showed up to the job. What's up, pendejos?
Oh, dude.
You and the little
angel.
Yeah, you and little Takayo.
The fucking
the
call me.
fuck?
What did he say? You want to fight, puta? I'll fight you, puta.
He yelled at me one time too.
Do you remember he wanted to fight Skylar? I'm
Over what?
like, what are you doing? Because he was making fun of him, but that's who Skylar is. Skylar will make fun of everybody.
he was gonna fight me too. I'm like, because we're dumping gravel in there, and B Will, you know, he's down there doing the little. And I'm like, well, put some over here. And then so he's the little guy's up there spotting. And I'm like, put some over here, idiot. He goes, what'd you call me? You know what that means?
It's another.
I'm like, yeah, I know what it means. I speak pretty good English.
It's another.
That means like you're retarded. Kinda, yeah, close. It's a different word, but it's similar meaning, you know. You call me that again, we just gonna fight.
It's like what? It's
All
another.
right.
It's another guy, Mexican, older guy whose name is Angel, but he was short, so they would call him Little Angel, and I was Angel and he was Little Angel. But I think it was because he was so short. When someone would make fun of him, like if he wasn't one of us that knew him, he was like, "You want to fight, puto? Well, I'll fight you." And he will literally try to fight people, and he tried to fight Skylar to the point where he went to grab him, and Skylar, he's a wrestler. So Skylar's like, he just turned him into, like, he made him like turn around, like he was just like, what happened? And I'm like, Skylar, what are you doing? He's like 103. I'm like, just relax. Like, fucking, like,
nice to him.
Skylar's like, he came up to me. I'm like, dude, just leave him alone. And he would get so mad. I remember one time we were in Twilight and I was walking with him, and Pimp came up with this truck, and he wanted to scare the shit out of him to where and this could have been very bad, by the way. Because he came up to him, like we were walking on the shoulder of the road, and he came up to him without us even noticing, and he slammed on his brakes, and he honked at us. So I just went like this, and I turned around. But Little Angel, he fucking flipped like, and then he turned around, and when he turned around, all he sees is a fucking truck coming his way. Oh, dude, he shit himself, and I'm like, holy shit! And then we laughed. Obviously, Pimp is laughing his ass off. I think. This gym rat kid, he was there. He was laughing. He was in the truck. He was laughing his ass off. And I look at Little Angel, and he's like he's trying to laugh.
Trying to catch his breath.
He's trying to laugh, but at the same time, it's like, I could have been not only run over, but also died of a heart
See if
attack.
his heart's still beating.
Do you remember when we were out of town, and we bought a soccer ball? And we were like, let's go kick the ball, dude. I was trying to get all these guys to fucking do something. Because all they wanted to do is go to the hotel room and drink. I'm like, fuck, let's go to the park or whatever. So the ball is rolling towards Little Angel. Little Angel, older guy in his 60s maybe, runs and kicks the ball and goes, ah! He gets a crap.
Walks off to the
I'm
side.
going back to the hotel, guys.
Okay, that's enough for me. Same trip, we teach him about porn, and he's just nonstop looking at pornography for the rest of the time. So we're like, yeah, you can look at porn on your phone. What? Yeah, buddy, you just gotta type this stuff in. Bam, dude, it's all right there.
I just said this story.
Oh, really?
I just said this story. and please don't say names. Do you remember that one guy whose phone we got a hold of?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And the picture.
How can I forget?
Didn't I talk about this?
That had naked pictures on it.
The
All
naked
in,
picture of his
baby.
wife, and she had a banana shoved in there.
This old flip phone. I'm like trying to zoom in on
Oh
the picture.
yeah,
like,
the fucking picture's black and white and shit, but we could see it. And then the text was like, all in, baby. We're like, holy shit. And I was telling the story also, I can't remember who was here, but I was also telling the story where, remember how he would pick up the phone?
anyway, what's up, man? How'd you pussy? Okay, but we get it. Like you got some
relax, bro. He's like, hey, what's up, babe? How's your tits doing? We're like, I'm driving. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? He was showing me a picture of tits. He goes, look at this, dude. And obviously, as a fella, you're like, oh yeah, those are nice. Whose are those? And he goes, my wife's. I'm all, dude, what the fuck?
He'd have like a full on conversation with like, oh man, my wife just sent me a picture of her tits. You want to see him? And you're just like, it's like, oh, you want to see him? Here you go. And like,
Well, anyways, here you go. Look at this.
fuck, bro.
Wouldn't even wait for you to answer.
Yeah, like, you want to see a picture of my tits?
You're trying to look cool or what? But those are not it, buddy.
God damn.
Some trailer park titties right there. We don't want to.
I remember one time he's on the phone with his wife. He's like, yeah, my buddy wants to see your tits. And I'm like, no, I don't. No, I don't.
I really
No,
don't.
I
I
don't.
promise I don't.
You don't? No.
He got the
No.
phone. Ma'am, excuse me, ma'am. I don't.
Hey, all in lady, I promise I don't want to see him.
I was
How you
raised
know
better.
about that?
You know, he, I think a long time ago, after he was long gone, he texted me out of the blue. And I think I was like right around the time that I was a foreman. He was like, what's up, man? How you doing? How things going? I'm like, oh, I'm First of all, I was like, who is this? Like, it's so-and-so. And
He
I'm
sent
like,
you a picture of the banana, and you were like,
this is my wife, remember? I'm like, oh, yeah, the tits.
remember me now?
And he was like, how? I don't know why I want to do it. I don't know why I want to do it fucking. So he tucked him in the phone. He's like, what's up, man?
You were reading it like that the whole time.
Oh my god! But he was like, "How are things going?" I was like, "Oh, I became a foreman and shit." Oh, right on, man. Well, you know, he had some good things to say about me. I'm like, motherfucker, I know you hated my guts when you left. Don't fucking pretend to be a fucking good guy. You know who also fucking blew me off once he just fucking that's not how you say it.
You can say it like that.
You can say it that way if you want to.
Well, what's the blew me out? That's not. What do you say? Blew me up?
Try not to say blew me like at all.
Blew me, whatever.
No, but
Whatever
he did. No, he
You
did
can say
suck me off.
He straight blew me off, dude.
Remember that guy with the Toyota truck, the one that was always clean. Always clean. Nobody drove his truck. There was only one guy, dude.
I don't know.
Black Toyota with the flag on the side. That
Oh yeah,
remember him?
yeah.
He was doing
it
plastic. Blonde guy.
I don't remember his name, but I know who you're talking about.
Blonde guy. He was doing plastic.
So I always wonder why are you talking to this guy.
He was like he came up and saw me one time. I was working at company 2. He came up and he goes, "Where are you, dude?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm here." And all I can think of is like, "Oh, he's gonna ask me for a job." Oh, it's just an earthquake. It's like, yo, he's gonna ask me for a job, and then he comes in and he sees me. I'm like, I'm in the Traco, like he was driving around, and he goes, "Oh, I didn't know you're like in an actual job site." And I was like, "Well, where the fuck you think I was?" He's like, "I thought you were on the road." I'm like, "Hey, motherfucker, this isn't company 1." I'm like, "I'm in the actual dust pile." And he was so stupid about it. He's like, "Oh, I don't know if I want to go in." I'm like, "Well, then don't, dude. I don't know what do you want me to tell you?" And then he came in. Like I say, his truck was always the cleanest. He came in. He drove so slow for him not to pick up the dust. Slow. And then once he parked, he waited for the whole dust to settle.
To open the door.
And then he opened the door. When he opened the door, he had, I can't remember, he had some not Nikes, he had some sneakers. And he was walking slow towards me. And I'm like, and I'm busting concrete. I'm looking at him like, I'm like, how long you? The minute he got out, the second he got out of his fucking truck, this concrete truck drove by, hauling ass, all the fucking dust just. I'm like, that's what you get, dude. But yeah, he all of a sudden he wasn't he never talked to me again. I'm like,
Weird.
it's not the real boys, you know. So
Was he an operator? What was he? I can't remember.
Back in the day, he could operate like a backhoe or a loader.
He wasn't very cool, so
I don't remember.
Also, he's
Angel probably felt bad for him, so he's hanging out with him and
Right.
wanted to ride in his truck, maybe, you know.
Yeah.
no,
it's
I
a cool
never.
truck.
That's the thing. Like I never. He told me, he says no
don't
one,
care about your
no one
little
ever.
Toyota.
He was like, no one ever gets in my truck. Like no one. Like no one's allowed in my truck. I'm like, that's the stupidest thing I ever heard.
Hey, we can eat lunch in your truck, so
That's true. No, you can't.
Yeah.
No, we could not. No, when you first got
don't
that
even
company
fucking ask.
provided,
Hold on, you
company
get out.
provided. What the fuck you eating in here for? Like,
So,
hey,
sounds like
you're the one
you.
taking his shoes off and shit in his personal vehicle.
dude, we were working.
Not even just shoes, work boots.
We were
like,
working.
stinky ass
We were
work
working
boots.
nights one time. We were working nights, and all of a sudden, the guy that was in charge all of a sudden had the brilliant idea. I was like, "Hey, we're having a meeting
Wanted
first
to
thing in the
chew our
morning."
asses.
Yeah, to get us.
what is it? We worked a Friday night.
Yeah,
We had to be in there Saturday morning.
yeah. And he's like, meeting. We're like, fuck me. I was like, all right. So we drove we were somewhere down south.
Yeah, I think it was
Lehigh to
like
Sap
Lehigh.
Bros or whatever the Sap Bros gas
Yep.
station.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we drove all the way to fucking Salt Lake to the meeting. We get there early, so we're just like whatever. We work all night. We pull up and we're like getting all fucking
I think we had like an hour and a half or something
getting
to burn.
comfortable. Yeah, and all of a sudden it's like, dude, can I sleep here for a second? I'm like, yeah, dude, whatever. So he fucking just lays in the back. I had the Yukon, and him and I in the front, and we're just like, and all of a sudden I go,
What the fuck is that?
what the fuck is that smell? I'm like, I look at Steve, I was like, Stewie, did you fart? He goes, no. I'm like, what the fuck? And I look at Shaun, I'm like, did you fart? Shaun is all, no, but I took my shoes off. I'm like, holy
I'm like, shoes? Fuck
dude.
shoes.
He's like, why does it stink? Is that okay? Damn, Shaun,
I
put your
forgot about that.
fucking shoes off. And then everybody's getting their ass reamed in the meeting. All three of us were like,
Dead. I remember a guy showing up in flip flops and a tie dye T-shirt,
Yeah.
and just got reamed for it. Like,
do you remember that kid you took? This is the this is the fucking company party. And Steve tells this brand new kid, and he goes, you better wear all your fucking PPE is proper. What is it, proper? Proper protection equipment. Or what is it?
Personal protection.
Personal protection equipment, like your hard hat, your vest and shit. So he tells this kid, we weren't working the same crew now, but he says, you know, you gotta wear that tomorrow, right? And he goes, what? It was like, well, yeah, because we go to the party and we might have to go to work. Because we were also told that. We were like,
better
you
have
guys
work
better be
boots on
ready.
at all times.
Remember that guy? You
Yeah.
guys better be ready to go out there and work, even
send
if
your
it's
ass
a
out
party.
there.
We're like, get the fuck out of here. We're over here to fucking eat and fucking go home. And he convinced this kid. We're all at the party. We're all wearing our nice clothes. This fucking kid shows up with his hard hat, his vest, his fucked up steel-toe boots. He just laughed the entire time, dude. He was the only fucking guy.
I felt
that
kind
was-
of bad after that. That's that same meeting that I just ripped major ass. And everyone's just like, and like the first thing I did was point right at somebody else. I'm like,
We're sitting in this meeting, dude. There's a guy and Stewie is ripping ass, dude. So loud.
It was so loud.
Dude, I want to hold this stuff
on purpose. I'm just letting them
Because
know.
we had this thing in our group when we would go eat. This is back in the day when I was eating. We were eating out every fucking day, and we would go to this restaurant, like whether it was McDonald's or whatever. And the whole thing was like, in our table we will fart, but you try to fart just loud enough so your table hears you. But you're never gonna be just that loud. So it's gonna be loud as shit that the whole place can hear you. But then the joke was like, don't laugh, don't make a face,
Act serious.
nothing, just act serious. Because then people will go like, what the fuck? And then they see us and we're just like, not paying attention. It was like, and everybody will be like, what's that? A fart? What's that? But usually one always breaks. So this motherfucker goes and rips ass, dude. And they look at our table and we were like, I was holding my breath, so I was biting my tongue.
I think I
wanted
might
to
have
laugh.
raised my hand.
I wanted to
honestly,
laugh
like,
so hard.
I'm gonna fucking own that one.
That was a good
I'm
one.
claiming that before any motherfucker.
That was a good one.
Because they were talking about it was like an HR meeting too. They were like, well, it's kind of disrespectful, to fart and to say these type of things around women.
Wasn't when they're having like a sensitivity training?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a sensitivity training.
Just like, well,
Yes,
This
it
one's
was at
about
the
to come
theater. Yeah, I remember that. I remember being like, man, who farted? Because we weren't on the same crew, and I'm like,
Farted.
someone just fart? Some lady out there giving sensitivity training, and like Steve was over there farting.
Wasn't that time that we did the meeting on the Valley Fair Mall, and then we had a break for lunch, and the first thing your boy says like, "Oh, let's go to this place over here for sushi." We go get sushi, but it was packed, so it took us forever to get sushi, to the point where like people was like, "Hey, can I get my shit to go? Because like we gotta go back to this meeting." Me, I sat there and I ate my whole shit. I paid. I fucking walked back into. I went back to the meeting. It was like halfway. Meeting was already going, and I'm walking in there with like 2, 3, 4 guys, and we're like, "Oh shit!" We're like, when everybody's sitting down, taking notes. You see 4 fucking guys just walking in, super fucking late. Like, oh, that was so bad, dude. When everybody turns and looks at you, you're like, I fucked up. I fucked up.
Someone ordered Jimmy John's during that meeting.
Yeah, dude.
They're like, "Oh, we got an order for so and so." I can't remember who it was for though.
What the fuck did you say?
Huh?
I don't know
For
who
so and so. I can't remember who they said though.
Oh.
I can't remember the name. I don't know if it's probably for Jason. But someone ordered Jimmy John's. They like some Jimmy John's guy walks in like, "We got an order for you guys."
Remember that guy? That went in there and did painting one time?
yeah, that's kinda
Yep.
cool.
We were like, and then there was the rumor of how much he got paid for the fucking for the pep talk or whatever. We're like,
Yep.
and obviously, as we all go, it's like, wait, he's getting paid how much? It's like, and we get a T-shirt. What the fuck?
He made my year's salary in one 30 minutes.
Do you remember that grill they made? That badass grill they made with the booms,
Yeah, they
cords and
didn't give
shit.
that- They didn't give that to that person either.
I thought it was somebody
He was supposed to retire, then he ended up not retiring. So they're like, "Well, we have this thing now."
Who had it? Who took it?
I don't know. I remember one time I won like this big ass fire pit thing too.
Yep.
I didn't have a
Kyle.
vehicle to take it back home, so I sold it to Kyle for like $20.
Oh, I remember that. You know how the foreman got like a little like a fire pit kind of thing. You just put it all together. And I threw one of my parties. You guys remember my parties? I threw one of my parties. And Pimp show up. It's like, "Happy birthday, dude!" I'm like, "Motherfucker, wasn't that your fucking foreman present?" It's like, "Yeah, dude, you want it?" I'm like, "I guess." And actually, the ex-wife used it a few times. I was like, "I don't want to fucking use that thing." Anyway, dude. So let me ask you this: what's next for you guys? Where you guys are working? You guys just gonna keep doing the same thing, or because in your
Probably
field,
unemployment line.
you
After
like,
this show
no,
comes
because
out.
because in your field, I feel like you will always be moving up.
Yeah. So the big part about company one is I got to a point where I didn't want to go any farther. I was like, I'm fucking done with this place.
Yeah,
So there's definitely places to move up where I'm at.
yeah.
So
And you don't want to be a
grind
foreman.
it out.
I just go to work and fuck around all day, and they keep paying me, so
You don't want to be a
I'll
foreman.
just keep doing that. No,
He's like the guy in Office Space. He thought he got fired like 3 years ago. Keep showing
still
up.
show up. They keep sending me a paycheck.
Like,
This is cool. I'm just
Like,
come here
this
and
is
fucking
cool.
make dick jokes and shit all day and get paid for it. Easy.
It's so weird because like at this point, I'm like, I'm not trying to be a rock star. I just want to do my job and get out.
No.
And this is not talking shit of anybody. I just like I really want to focus on what I'm doing once I'm done with work. Like that's what I'm like. All right, what am I doing? What am I doing for fun? What am I doing for my thing? What am I doing this shit for like
179 episodes.
179 episodes, and like getting together with my friends and doing this. Like that's one of the reasons why I want to do my own thing.
Yeah.
When I can have you guys just like that's what my shit's gonna be like. It's just my homies, because sometimes like Shaun, I mean not Shaun.
Yeah, he's
like,
right here.
Yeah, sorry, my bad. like Justin and I do this, and like we interview another podcaster, or we interview, you know, a friend of a friend or whatever. But I haven't been able to sit down just like this, sit down and fuck around.
Yeah.
Fucking Shaun. Just sit down and just fuck around, and you just record it.
Just fucks.
That's the same thing I did with Dan. Yeah, dude. The same thing I did with Dan and Chance.
Yeah, but
Like,
you
it
don't
was like-
release those ones. You won't release this one.
Oh, this one's going out. Ew, dude, you gotta fucking. What's that?
God damn, dude, I broke the seal, bro. I gotta go again.
Holy, don't do that. I'm sitting here holding this one.
No,
We'll go.
No.
I'll be back.
Nah, Shaun, you're wide, dude. Huh? You're wide. Those new shoes?
Huh? No, they're old, bro. I don't mind new shit, dude. I'm a father.
Dude, I think I have a problem.
What? Sneakers? Just don't buy them.
Yeah, you kind of can't.
You can't afford OnlyFans and sneakers and
Only fans once a month though.
Yeah, but how many subscriptions do you have?
multiple.
You know, some of them are. It's just so weird. Some of them are free, but like every video that you see is like, it's for sale. It's like,
I'm not
I
doing
guess, or like you're like, I'm good.
Next thing you know, you spent $200 on OnlyFans videos.
There's a chick that I follow every now and then, and she has taken a photo at the gateway, and I was like, oh, she's here.
that. I'm here too.
Like, she's here. But I dude, if I see it on the street, I'm like, oh, it's you.
He would buy her a drink and wait an hour.
Yeah,
and a
it
half
just
to
be like,
just stare at her.
And I'm leaving now.
And then he'll leave without getting her phone number.
fuck Will and his VCs and shit. You drink VCs?
Beer bong them. That one, Roosevelt, we made a 2-story beer bong
Oh, really?
from the second window. We'd load like 4 of them in there, you know. Just try to do it. It wouldn't. That's a lot. It's a lot of loadage.
Do you
to
remember
take in
that?
the mouth
Do you
at
remember
once, buddy.
that crew party that we had at Cody's? And how we were trying to break the trees for the fire? Were you there?
Oh, I probably, I imagine.
It was the party that they got together, Cody and Dave.
Oh yeah, I was there.
But then at the end of the night, they were trying to break all the dead trees, and Cody went and tried to jump and like flat himself on the air to break this tree, and he folded him in half because he didn't break. It was so bad. Oh, dude! And by the way, I want to say this because I know they don't listen.
What are you gonna say?
He was so fucking drunk one day,
Who?
Cody,
Okay.
and you remember?
What is this?
Do you remember that kid that was in charge of the warehouse? Big kid. He was a good buddy of mine.
Yeah.
Then he lost weight and he's like, fuck this guy. I'm not talking to him anymore.
Yeah. Yep.
They were so fucking wasted. And he would turn around and they were both trying to make this girl's kiss. They're like, come on, just kiss each other, kiss it. But they were talking to this girl, but they were hugging. Like they were like hugging each other. Like, just kiss. And the girl's like, no, fuck you guys. You guys just want to fuck you horny bastards. He's like, no, just kiss. And this chick was like, you guys kiss. And I'm like, oh shit.
That escalated.
And fucking they turn around, look at each other, and they both went. And I'm like, what the is this fucking, what kind of movie is this? I'm like, and I said it to them after they were sober. I'm like, you know you guys kissed, right?
That was kind of sus.
You know you guys kissed. And I jack off them.
I got that memory forever now.
They were like, no, we didn't. I'm like, yeah, you did, you
might have.
motherfuckers. Dude, I'm
It's
convinced.
okay, like Craig pretty much licked my butthole, you know, from that one time I rubbed that beer bottle. Like, you know, there's scenarios where, you know,
Dude, oh my god, dude, that fucking trip, he was chafing so bad. And he fucking Craig goes to fucking Stewie and he goes, hey, can you drink this water
yeah.
and spit it on my butt crack because I'm chafing so bad? And Steve was like, what? Yeah, just drink a little bit of water and just spit it on my butt crack because I'm chafing. And Steve was like, well, why can't I just pour the water on your butt crack? And he goes, oh yeah, I guess you can't.
Special saliva or something? Like, what? He would fall for anything.
Fucking Craig.
Like when I had him push the truck to the shitter.
Oh my god.
Because they were testing gas. I'm like, Craig, you cannot. You need to push the truck to the shitter.
Steven's in the truck with a brake on,
I'm like,
and he's trying
I'll
to push
steer.
the fucking truck.
You push. All right. Push the brake a little bit, you know. Yeah, it's a little heavy, buddy. Keep pushing.
You remember when you put the cigarette butt in his hoodie?
Oh,
Oh my god, I thought you were gonna burn him to death, dude. I was like,
freaking
holy
out.
shit, dude. He was getting burned alive.
Hey. It was far away, you know. It wasn't like I stuffed it in there. I flicked it.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
No, you did. Motherfucker,
Yes, I did.
I was behind you.
That's
You
what made it
went
so
like
good.
this.
No, I flicked it a little
You
bit.
no, dude. You didn't flick it.
Swear.
If you were playing basketball, you dunked this motherfucker
Well,
in his hoodie.
still scored.
And
Score.
and fucking
He
Craig
was
is like,
freaky.
what is that? I'm like, I'm looking at it. I'm like, we're all fired.
No, why?
We're all going to get fired here.
It's fine. He's fine. Walk it off, kiddo. That's the same time he ate a caterpillar. I'm like, hey, Craig, will you eat this? I'll give you like $2. Eats it. Like, oh wow, that wasn't very funny. Like 20 seconds go by and he's punching himself in the throat. I'm like, what are you doing? I feel it crawling up. I feel like did you not chew it or not?
Well, the one time Nate was there, and he bet
he gave him a day
got
off and everything.
$80 a day, like the rest of the day off.
That thing was
that's
pretty
paid.
big. That was
It was.
grub.
I think I saw the video of that. Holy
nasty.
fuck!
He would do anything. Ate a dung beetle and
Dude, he would eat all kinds of bugs just
Makes
for
me
like
proud.
$5.
Chew spit.
oh, he ate my chew.
Yeah.
He ate my chew.
He drank chew spit the one time.
Yeah, he's pretty
It
bad.
was like $20, and you're like, "Yeah, I'll give you $20, Greg, if you eat my chew spit."
And Cody put his
Throws
Q-tips
up.
in his butt. Remember, and put them back in his bag.
That's right, dude.
Oh my god!
That's right, dude.
God
Dude,
damn.
that trip was fucking amazing.
I did the same thing with beer bottle. I'm like, Craig, I don't want this beer anymore.
Shut the fucking
I didn't shove it up my ass. Don't make me
You
sound
did,
sus.
motherfucker.
It's not like you were back there like, oh yeah, okay, push it in there.
Put it there and I
He
go,
rimmed it though, didn't he? He rimmed it.
Well, can I sit down and just squat easy on it? You don't want to.
what you do? You just rubbed it on
Yeah, I
your
just
butt.
rubbed it on my rim, you know, just.
Just rimmed
He
it.
rubbed the bottle in his rim and he goes, hey, Craig, you want this? He goes, what'd you do with it? We're like, nothing. He goes,
I just don't-
grabs
I'm
the
going to
bottle,
bed. I don't want
grabs
it.
the bottle, smells it. And I'm like, oh, we're busted. He goes, starts drinking. I'm like, holy shit, dude. I'm like, this is what happens when you travel with your boys? Like, this is fucking crazy.
I love him. He's funny.
Craigo.
How long are we going for, B?
An hour and 46.
God damn.
But I'm out. So
That's right.
Chakra Lounge Friday, Saturday. It's gonna be up there in the corner there. Yep. Yeah, hit me up on social media. Bad Boy Brian out. He's gotta go. He's gotta go DJ. So y'all come down, have fun.
Oh yeah, we gotta plan on going to Chakra Lounge one day. It was just for the good old days.
Just for the good old days.
Old Skybar days.
Thanks, B.
Hey man.
I'll see you home. I'll see you tomorrow. Or maybe tonight, maybe. We'll see. Every fucking day, every weekend is like, dude, when are you gonna come see me? I'm like, where am I gonna park? It's like it's on.
Get an Uber, dude.
It's on state. You know what's funny? I
Let's
downloaded.
go, bro. You see his car?
Yeah, let's fucking
Go anywhere, bro, in his
Why?
car.
So
Oh,
fast,
fuck.
dude.
What is it?
I bought my wife a car.
You buy your wife a car?
Yeah, it's not anything special. It's a
Is that what
family-
you got
family
here?
car? Yeah. Sean drove last time, so I decided to drive this time.
Sean, what?
He drove last time.
I drove
Oh.
to the podcast that never was, you know?
Yeah,
That's right, dude.
he just blew us
I
off.
just remember being like, no, dude, no, don't. You're like, should we post it? Nope, don't
Oh,
post it.
dude.
We should have, though. Like, I just.
Yeah.
Stupid
I don't
shit.
remember what we talked about, honestly.
I do, but
We're not
Well,
celebrities.
you probably
We're
sit
not
there
celebs, so-
every night. He's like, man, I wish I could have posted this.
Yeah.
dude,
Should've had
I
some-
kept
should've
it
had
for the
somebody
longest
else tell
time.
that
Bring this
weed.
fucker to you, dude.
I got a
I
piece.
kept-
hold
Did
Did you
that.
delete it?
Just hold it.
I'm just gonna keep squeezing it
Hell yeah.
Did you delete it?
until it swells up.
Why I kept it for the longest time, dude. I'm like, well, what the fuck?
It'd have
am
been
I-
such a cool, like
I
hey,
know.
man, here's the hidden, here's like,
You know what? I do.
unreleased,
I do remember this.
uncut.
I do remember we talk about me whistling because you're like, remember how you whistle?
man, you whistled on me shit to me, Angel.
Dude, that was so fucking funny. I'm fucking.
Something.
I'm whistling at Sean. I'm like, dude, I whistle like you. Sean is like, you fucking whistled on me, shit to me, Angel.
Dude, like still to this day, I had to do epoxy, and he's like whistles at me. I'm like, do not fucking whistle at me. I'm not your fucking dog. And he's like,
who?
one of the guys that was doing epoxy.
Okay.
I'm like, don't fucking whistle.
Oh, right. I'd like.
Yeah,
Nowadays?
I'm like, I'm not your fucking dog. And instantly I'm like, like instantly like PTSD
Flashbacks.
took me back. I'm like, that motherfucker. So that's that same job that I hit the telephone line. That's that same job. Remember that? When I hit it and it fucking pulled
With
the
what?
service over on the side boom. We had the old what was his name? Danny, the inspector.
Oh yeah.
And he's like, hop in that boom, let's go jeep this pipe. So I hop in there and fucking next thing I know, wires are falling down.
Ooh.
It cranked over. So the telephone cable was connected to the service. It cranked it over and like sparks coming out of the house and shit. And
That's gotta. It's. I mean,
that's
like
the only line I ever hit.
That's like that. The only line I ever hit was with Stevo, and it was so stupid because it had a fin board on top of it. I myself uncovered the fucking line. I saw it. I'm like, okay, there's a line here, and then I went and walked around for like another 100 feet. Came back. I'm like, all right, we're ready. We're ready.
good
I'm
to
like,
go.
first scoop, fucking water everywhere. I'm like, I just saw this line. Like I just fucking looked at it. It's so stupid. And I remember I remember I posted a thing on Facebook because it was like my first time hitting anything.
Yeah.
And obviously Steve and I got, the classic 3 days off and a P test or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I said something like, hey, sorry about the inconvenience that I put my crew on or whatever. And the guy that later became my general foreman when I was a foreman, when you took over, your general foreman, another gym rat.
Oh,
Fucking it's still walking, mooning us.
I remember. So I wasn't with you guys then. Like it wasn't too long after that I came back to that crew, and I made Steve-O ride with me.
Damn, Micho.
So I made Steve-O ride with me down to. I had to go transport a backhoe from like down by Lake Powell over to Cedar City, and we're sitting there. We're coming back and we're listening to is Kid Ink, and it's called "Fuck Sleep." And literally, as soon as the song comes on, I'm like, "Fuck yeah, Steve, we're gonna go back. We're gonna party." It's like
3 a.m.
"Fuck sleep," and Steve was just like, "I'm like this motherfucker." This is out.
Remember when Wincy Hobson?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was there.
Remember that chick that came out and says, all right, because I guess he has a way to go in. Or like a way they
Like an entrance type
introduce
thing?
him, yeah. And then she was saying something and then she was doing it wrong, and then she's like, he's from the back, he's like, nope, that's not how we do it. I'm like, ooh, that's embarrassing.
I mean, he forgot his own lyrics at one point. I thought it was kind of funny.
It was a U92 chick, huh? Was it the chick from U92?
I think so. He's like, no. He's like, that's not how we do it. It was a Liberty
We
Park.
got pictures with him. Remember we met him like outside before he was.
What's it? Liberty Park. What?
Exactly.
Liberty Bibbity.
What's the line again? Liberty Bibbity.
Oh, fuck.
What's the longest episode you've had?
So one time we did
We can't go longer than this, or what?
fighting.
Is there like a
we can go as long as you want, but
certain
Oh, let's go as long.
time length, or what?
we usually do. We try to do an hour.
So we've barely cracked the surface on it.
Oh yeah, we haven't even like. Because it's funny. Because I was like,
I haven't
what the
started
fuck?
taking my clothes off. I haven't.
I'm like, what the fuck are we gonna talk about? Because it's always like what you
But
think,
think about it though. But that's what the cool thing about this is, because if you forget that there's a microphone and a camera, we've been here chilling for almost 2 hours.
Yeah.
And you didn't,
We haven't done this 179 times.
I know.
Yeah.
But
I know there's a microphone right
Yeah,
I know, but if
I forgot about this motherfucker.
But if I went to your house,
we fucked.
See what I'm saying?
now. Exactly. Naturally. Well, naturally.
Naturally.
Right.
Right.
I love the fact like everyone's gonna be like, what the fuck are they laughing at? Like
He won't put it out.
This episode, it's going out.
better fucking.
I'll be fucking. You know why? Because if I don't, I have to come back and do another one. So
It'll be
fuck
like
you.
You have some in the chamber, don't you?
I hate what Shout out to all of my podcast friends. I know that everybody runs their circus the way they want to, but when you go and record and you're like, "Oh, when is this coming out?" It's like next week. You're like, "What?" We
This is
record on
Monday.
Fridays. We record on Fridays. Mondays, it's like it's out. And sometimes it kind of sucks that it's not the same day, because like let's just say today is Friday, and usually the UFC fights are on Saturday. So Justin, who is a huge UFC fan, we will talk about the fights that are about to happen the next day. When the people get the episode,
it's already over.
Yeah.
That's why even sometimes I even feel bad for Brian, because Brian's like, "Oh yeah, come see me," but then it's like, "Well, by the time this is out, I already played."
They gotta wait till Friday.
So luckily for him, he plays Friday and Saturday. So every time he says it, you can still go see him. And
By
then
the way, fuck Justin for not being here.
Yeah, that's right.
Bitch.
And then when he's not playing and he has someone else to play, he still goes and chills. So he's there every weekend.
Shock Lounge. That's not like the hookah place, is it? That's just like
I don't know.
For some reason, I put it together as like
it?
a hookah lounge type thing.
That was like
Where was the hookah?
a long time. I can't remember. It was farther south though.
I used to get down with some hookah. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
Put some hypnotic in it and everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
Used to go to that little shop right there by the fucking McDonald's.
Yo, do you remember you had a McDonald's right outside your house?
Oh yeah, dude.
Loved it.
I used to like get drunk and yell at people all the time.
That's funny.
My little brother one time was sitting there. He's like, shut up. You need to get us in a fight. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. He always talks about that too. I'm like, I didn't give a shit, you know?
Where exactly do you live?
Where do I live?
Yeah, like just like, let me give you an address. Okay. Tell me if you're close to that, because every time I drive through there, I go, like, this looks like 634 East. Okay, I won't say the other one because I don't want people to go there. Right? But every
so you know the 5600 south.
Oh, of course I don't.
The Roy exit.
The only thing that I know from Roy is the
there's no big monument.
The Hill Air Force Base.
Okay, so if you're coming from Salt Lake, the last Hill Air Force Base exit is the Roy exit. You turn down there, go like a mile, hang a left, and I'm right in there.
You still in that same?
Back to the same one. Moved.
So are you
once or twice and then came back? They're all.
Are you where you did your baby shower? Are you back in the house?
Ooh, what baby shower? Lyrics baby shower?
I think so. That the ex-wife and I went.
Yeah.
You were in the house.
Remember when you bought the truck? When you first bought the truck and you came?
Yeah.
Yeah, same one, but not the same actual.
But you're not in the apartment anymore.
Not the same apartment, but the same street.
Oh, so you left?
Same complex and everything. Yes.
You went back.
Yep, they redid all of them.
Is that your neighbor still there? The one that used to work there?
No.
He's not there anymore? Mm-mm. You know what I'm talking about,
right?
Yeah.
Yep. No, he's not. Fuck, what was I going to say?
I don't know. Who cares?
God, you talk too much. You don't ever give us a turn.
Oh, my bad.
I feel like I can't just get anything out.
Get a couple drinks in this bitch and you just stop.
Just fucking take a deep breath. Let us fucking say something.
Sometimes I feel like that because like I talk to someone on the phone and I just like, and I feel like I'm going and going. I'm like, hey, I apologize. Like I do this every fucking week. Like if you need to go, and I'm like, hello, they're passed out. I'm just kidding.
Wake up.
You must have fallen asleep on me.
I was texting somebody yesterday, and somebody that I used to know. What? There you go.
I don't want to say nothing.
Oh. And they started. Fuck off, you guys. Wrong those are fucking dope.
These are pretty old.
So.
Oh fuck! I didn't wear my Nikes.
God damn it!
I used to paint shoes. You know that?
Mm-hmm.
I was actually gonna wear my Nikes, and then I couldn't find them. So I was like,
it's become a problem for me.
Yeah, but at least you're wearing them.
That's true. I wear them I literally I wear them every. This is gonna sound pretty fucking douchey.
Are you stomping in your Air Force Ones?
They look kind of laced wrong, to be honest.
What?
They look laced weird. Like
These are weird.
Is it supposed to be like
yeah, because I don't know. Yeah, because the like
it kind of throws me off. There's like a big gap in there.
Yeah. I don't know why. Because I'm hitting every single one of them.
The next set of laces were supposed to go.
Because I'm hitting every single one of them.
Man, you're fucking up,
maybe
bro.
that's what it is.
You're
I think the next set up's supposed to.
Maybe instead of this one.
Maybe skip that. Don't go through that.
Maybe burn him. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, just give them to me. I'll handle them. What size
are you?
8.5.
Oh, dude, it's a 10.5.
I'll
Dude,
put some toilet paper in the front.
Listen, a 9.5 fits so well. I wear an 8.5.
Yo, let me ask you this.
Ask it.
Toilet paper, does it have to come out from the top or does it matter?
No, doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. What about you?
It doesn't.
Exactly.
End of the day, it's gonna end up in my asshole
Exactly.
and in the toilet.
That's what the
I don't-
fuck I'm saying, dude.
I don't
Every
care.
single person that I bring this up to is like, well, it's
Do
gotta
you
come
wipe,
out
do you
from
wipe
the top.
multiple ways, or is it just like
No,
back to
you know
sack
what my thing
or
is?
sack to back?
You know
No,
what my
you
thing
go
is?
front to back every time.
Yeah, because I don't want to get my pussy. You know what I always say? As long as there's toilet paper there, I don't care if it comes out sideways. I need to wipe my ass.
Yeah.
Why the fuck do I care? We just
Yeah.
go, oh, it's coming to the, oh, it's coming from the back. I ain't wiping.
What were they saying? Beards are cool, mullets are not, or something like that. So they were
Yeah.
like, put it into the front. Well, just go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. Most of the time, it doesn't end up on the fucking toilet paper holder anyway. So it's like if you're like,
My holder sucks because you pull it down and you tear this way, but it's like a 90, so it faces this way. And so
Yeah.
you pull it and you throw the whole thing off. I'm like, fucking bare ass.
Dude, Brian's toilet is so low. If I go in there to take a shit with my phone, my legs get so numb. By the time by the time I get up, dude, I'm like a fucking.
You're kinda tall
it's
for a
like
Mexican,
it's like
though, let's be honest.
I'm like a fucking newborn deer. I'm all.
it's funny 'cause
They're all tingly.
Going
Oh my god.
my parents have a tall toilet. Like I sit on that thing and I feel like I'm like,
That's some of the blue rooms at work, dude.
and then
You
I
get
feel
down,
like,
you're all-
then I'm like, yeah, I'm like, I feel like I gotta like lift my legs up and shit, looking
You
for
know
something
what
to prop my feet up on. Like
Yo, you know what I've never tried? To sit on
Fisting?
yeah. No, I've tried that. to sit on a toilet paper like bar style, like on a stool, like facing the
oh yeah,
bars.
yeah.
I think I'm going to.
You
Because who
should.
the fuck is gonna? All you guys would know is me talking about. I like.
Let's take this thing into the bathroom.
All like.
Let's go.
All you guys would know is me
I'll hold the camera.
telling the facts of what's going on. You guys won't even see me, so I just.
You
But
can
I
just,
thought
you
about
can
it.
be on it like this, like
Yeah, dude. Because
Just chilling.
if you think about it, when I play with my phone, I got my arms on my legs.
yeah. You just
But
set your
if
phone
I
up right
turn
there.
around, I'm sitting on the tank.
That's
cheats.
that. My son does that, dude.
No shit.
Puts the tablet on there, like on the back of it. But when he does that, he drops the deuce where there's no water. So it just every time I go in there, I'm like, "What the fuck is this?"
That's right, dude.
Like you have to turn around to poop. Well, then I can't watch my tablet. Okay, well I get that part, but
I'm so happy that he's a fucking Steve-O, dude.
the dookie's not hitting the log
You're
well,
the father
buddy.
of your fucking self, dude. It's so fucking
Oh
hilarious.
my god! There's multiple times I go to like work at 5 a.m. and he's still awake. What's up, Dad? Like, do you not sleep? Well, I wasn't tired.
You got economical problems? Bud? What's going on with you?
Just go to work. Go ahead. Bye. Holy fuck, kid. All right,
What are you doing? Starting a business, bud?
Yeah, I like it when you go to work. Yeah, whatever.
Dude, I will say though, as we know, I don't have any kids.
Oh, you don't?
I don't.
It's been well
you know of.
documented on this podcast.
Yeah.
If anyone wants to come out
But
with a DNA
lately,
test,
especially after my divorce, and
I'll be selling Angel's DNA.
but after my divorce, my stepkids have been wanting to get together and hang out and go out to eat and shit. And I'm telling you this, dude, it makes me so fucking happy. It brings me to fucking
sure.
tears. Here's one thing I'll say. This both guys know, Justin and Brian. 2 weeks ago, I went out to lunch with them, and I had all three of them. Went out to lunch, caught up a little bit on what's going on in each other's lives. Last Saturday, I went to the mall, went shopping, did some light, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Went to Fashion Place. As I'm walking, and I have my bag of Victoria's Secret,
Of course. Bed Bath & Beyond.
I hear, Angel! And I turn around, and it was my oldest. It was Madison. And mind you, I just saw her the weekend before. And I'm like, hey, what's up? And she ran to me, gave me the warmest, biggest, and tightest fucking hug. And she just saw me a week prior to this. And I felt so good about it. And I'm like, I never had these. Like, I get what this does to people.
Yeah.
But then she turned around because she was hanging out with her boyfriend's family because one of the boyfriend's sisters is going to get married. And so and she was telling me this when we went to eat, and now they went shopping for her. So it's like, oh, this is so and so's family, and this is his mom and his sisters. I'm like, oh, what's going on? And I say, I know. Is it one of you guys getting married? And the one girl was like, yeah, I am. I'm like, oh, cool. And obviously, I have my bag of what I just bought. And well, I just bought some shit. I'm ready for the wedding or whatever. And then turned to Madison, gave me a hug, and said, okay, I love you. I can't wait to see your game. Let's hang out. I'm like, yeah, whatever. And then I kid you not, I went to the truck and I bawled. I was like, that's how fucking cool it is. And then Father's Day, she texted me and she goes, thank you for choosing to be my father figure. And I was like, and then Caleb texted me separately and he goes, hey, you know what? He says, happy Father's Day, Angel. And I'm glad, and this is what he said, I'm glad that you're still a part in my life. And I was like,
and just think, all those times you're like, fuck them kids.
right.
That baby don't look like me.
It was kind of weird because I was banging this hooker, but at the same time, it was like, I'm just kidding.
Let's go. I mean,
I can't cry right now. I'm just kidding.
that seems like I don't think you understood like the impact you had on their lives though, and being there all the time.
Yeah, because
for that long of a time.
And
too.
the way I explained it was like I was so focused on just being their
and like
friend,
banging their mom and stuff.
Yeah. Let's not talk about that. It's gonna be sad. No, but I'm like, I feel like I focus so much of just being a friend.
Yeah.
Because I was never like, hey, what's up, champ? Or like, hey, what's up, sweetheart? Like I was never.
You're not the dad though, so from one point of view, like you can't really be like I'm your dad now, you know.
Yeah.
And I think just being there and being present is a big deal.
Yeah, and yeah, I will say that, and so nowadays they're all adults. I mean, fuck, we went to eat, and Caleb is like, can I have a Dos Equis? And then Madison is like, can I have a margarita? And they look at me and I'm like, can I have a horchata? They're like,
off guard.
I'm like, this is for you, dude. I'm like, I know, but I'm like, I don't want to. And here I am, fucking sipping whiskey, sipping on gin and juice.
Shit.
Laid back.
With my money, and my money in my
mind.
Relax, guys.
Hey, let's get out of here. We don't have to leave. Just get out of here. You guys want people to find you? Or
yeah, you can find me on Pornhub at
nice.
What's my name again?
Long Don Stewie.
2 dicks, 1 hole.
Yeah. No, we don't have any plugs. You know, we're not celebrities. We're not.
Yeah,
famous. We have butt
we're
plugs. We don't have
low life.
plugs.
The only plugs we have are butts.
Yeah, we don't have. We have butt plugs, but no social plugs.
I do need to shout out to Bobby D.
Oh yeah.
So, love you, Bobby.
That's it, huh?
Yep, that's it. Fuck everybody.
You're not gonna say why or what's going on? He knows.
He knows.
He's gonna watch.
We have a similar relationship, you know? Fucking connections.
Is it the Bobby D that I know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Huh.
And obviously Dan, you know, gotta shout out Dan. He's like, I heard you're a big time celebrity. You're gonna be on a podcast. I'm like,
nice.
fuck.
So I had him. I was like, do you think you be able to come with the Chance and another one of our friends? But they never got back to me. And then talking to Dan is like, well, the group text that you're saying, I never got it. So now it's like, and I'm like, but since they never answer, I kind of went and I asked Stewie. Stewie's like, yeah, we're in. And he was like, no, I'm excited. Because here's the thing, Dan and I, same thing. Because we're homies, I could just sit here with him.
Yep,
and
just bullshit.
And it was bullshit. But so I was like, hey, I'm having Stewie and Shaun. And he's like, oh, I'm excited. I'm excited to listen. So
that's what he told me. He's like, I'm excited to listen to it.
I'm excited to listen.
I'm like, Angel has a podcast?
He's like
so fucked. That's so fucked.
You mean like a Toyo?
like a Toyo?
Oh my god.
Anyway, you guys know where to find us. Follow the YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. And you can follow me, Angel Cervera, on Instagram, Angel Cervera on Facebook. You can follow Justin at Justin Simmons on Facebook, and he just changed his name.
He's not even here, bro.
Lord Longballs. Lord _Longballs with a Z.
Shout out to Stewie. He knows how to do it.
Yeah. Who's Justin?
Lord Longballs.
Lord _Longballs
Longballs with a Z.
Okay.
I've been binge watching, dude.
Hell yeah,
fucking
dude.
come at me.
I'll come.
Come on me.
I'll come. Until next time, take care of yourselves out there. We will see you on the other side of the Beehive.
Comment, like, and subscribe.
Yeah, hit that bell for notifications.